Barça fans. How's it going? How have the Easter holidays been for all of you? Tough few days, obviously, after the result the other day at the Spotify Cup. Now, I don't think any of us were expecting that kind of outcome, but it is time to turn the page and focus back on La Liga where we have a chance to go 15 points ahead of Real Madrid after their defeat against Villarreal on Saturday. We want to take that opportunity today at the Spotify Cup now against Girona, match day 28. Bruno, the lineup is out. Let us know your thoughts.
Yes, lineup is out. Today, FC Barcelona starting with Marc-André ter Stegen in goal. Forming the back four, Jules Koundé, Ronald Araujo, Eric Garcia and Alejandro Balde. Three midfielders, Sergio Busquets, Sergi Roberto and Gavi. And up front, Ansu Fati, Robert Lewandowski and Rafinha. Strong 11 today, the one that is placing Xavi Hernandez. Bank holiday today here in Barcelona, in Catalonia. So we, of course, expect a good attendance at the Spotify Camp Nou with, yes, Robert, as you were mentioning, the opportunity for Barça to increase the gap to 15 points in La Liga, and after today's game there will be just 30 remaining. So a fantastic opportunity today to practically close the league.
And I know that it's tough because of everything that happened in the Copa del Rey return leg, but we all need to be in high spirits. We're in a good position in La Liga, and we need the win tonight to go 15 points ahead of Real Madrid. We have a lot to talk about, the lineup, the possibility of increasing that distance at the top of the table, so let's get to it. And joining me here, as always, Irati Vidal and Spencer Siegel, guys. It was a tough one on Wednesday, but I feel like it's been positive that we have had 5 days in between.
It was positive, and it was also positive the defeat of Real Madrid, because it brings a new opportunity to start taking this league.
Spence?
Yeah, I'm ready to turn the page after that one. I think we all are. You know, that was a tough loss, and like we were saying at the end of that show, it's football. Let's move on. Let's play some more. We got another game coming up.
We've been through the lineup. It's on your screens. Let us know your thoughts from 1 to 10. Do you like the lineup? Do you not? What would you have done differently? Xavi's made a few changes compared to the last one we put out there. Irati Vidal, your thoughts?
My thought is I really like to see Ansu Fati there, because we saw Ansu Fati in the last match of the league, and he was starting to recover the best version of himself with that goal. So I think it's really important. We come back to the three strikers. We forget about the four midfielders, and I'm also glad to see Eric Garcia coming back to his position.
Spence?
Yeah, I like seeing Ansu getting the chance, and Rafinha and Lewandowski, we know what they can do. For me, the midfield, having Gavi running around with a midfield that on the other side can also tend to control the ball, is going to be important to try and win the ball back. So I like what this midfield brings today with Sergio Roberto as well, and let's go get it.
Let's go back to the Spotify Camp Nou. Bruno, Girona's lineup is also out.
Yes, Girona's lineup is out. Of course, Girona in mid-table. They still need some points to make sure they will stay one more year at the top flight. But it was a really tough game, the one that Barça played in Montilivi 2-3 months ago, because it was played that game at the end of January. So let's see how things go today for Girona. Mitchell starting with this lineup today. Gazzaniga in goal, forming the back four, Arnau, Bueno, David Lopez and Javi Hernandez. 5 midfielders today for Girona, with Oriol Romeu, Sigankov, Ivan Martin, Borja Garcia, Toni Villa, and up front, Tati Castellanos. There's no Estuani in this starting lineup today, but yeah, always a tough team, Girona, a team that also likes to have the ball, so we expect also an interesting clash and a good duel there, trying to keep possession.
Indeed, Bruno, Girona, one of the teams that have practiced best football in La Liga today. I'm going to go straight to you, Spence, here, because I know you're a big Girona supporter as well.
Yeah, I think everybody loves the clubs that they love, and for me, the way that it all sort of played out, which, you know, later if we want, we can get into it, we don't need to right now, but the way it turned out is, for me, my loves in Spain are Barça and Girona, and I think that's okay, too. It's not Barça en Español, so yeah. So I think it's okay, and, you know, this team has been really fun to watch, and that's why I enjoy games like this, because that means we all get to watch and have fun. There aren't as many teams in La Liga, like Girona, who go after it, who try to attack first and sit back second. And so that should open up things. I was expecting it to open up at Montilivi, and it didn't as much. I'm thinking maybe at the Camp Nou it will.
That is definitely one of the things that they've been praised for, is that the quote-unquote smaller team. They've gone at their opponents. They've tried to be brave. They've tried to have the ball, create opportunities. And today they showed depth in squad as well, because there are a few players that we would have thought, oh, maybe they'll be in the lineup today. Like Riquelme, I know Alex Garcia's been injured and he's making his way back, but important players are on the bench today.
Yeah, also probably because, winning at Spotify Camp Nou is probably not in their league, and there's like important matches coming ahead for them also, as they want to stay one more year in La Liga. But as we were talking before, if I have to choose three teams in La Liga that play really good football, Barça and Girona are there. So I think we are going to see a great game, and what Mitchell has gave to this team is like, despite the players that they are playing, they always play the same way.
Indeed. Right, I want to focus on Girona solely today. We'll get the Madrid talk out of the way now. Okay, last Wednesday was very disappointing, obviously. I think we all thought that maybe we could get knocked out. We weren't expecting the way we got knocked out, that big result at the Spotify Camp Nou in the second half, which was, well, not up to the standard that Barça have gotten us used to. Bruno, I want to ask you, and I want to ask the fans, how did you react after that defeat? Is it a reaction of, well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose? Were you very disappointed, or were you so disappointed that you couldn't sleep that night?
I have to say that probably going for option 3. I mean, difficult night because our generation, of course, if you ask to my dad, they say, you've just enjoyed Champions League, great nights, great leagues. And in our era, it was not as easy as in the last 15, 20 years. But I have to say, yeah, that we were used to win 6-2 at the Bernabeu, 4-0 last season in the league, 5-0 also here at the Camp Nou. And I've never experienced a defeat 4-0 against our eternal rival and here at the Spotify Camp Nou. So for me, it was a terrible night, difficult to sleep. But yeah, now turning the page, as you were mentioning, we have the league, the objective, we have won many cups, so now we have to focus on the league. So for me, was option number 3. Let me see at home also people what are thinking after what happened. Well, we have with Rubin going for option number 1, with Peraki between the 2 and 3. Alejandra Diaz going for option number 1, Clara Argiani going also for option number 1, M1A going for option number 2, and the Playgates going for option number 1, and Steven option 2. So between 1 and 2, for me it was 3, difficult to sleep. I don't know in the studio, guys, how you experience it, but yeah, for me it was really tough. Not, of course, the way of you are knocked out and defeated 4-0 against your eternal rival. Basically this, not just the fact to be knocked out of the cup. It's something can happen, but this 4-0 for me was tough.
I see a variety of answers there on the live chat. Mostly 2s and 3s, disappointment and not being able to sleep after. I was very disappointed, obviously. It's between a 1 and a 2, because it's for me, the fact that we got knocked out, it's sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. These are two big teams, and especially in the first half, I felt like we were going toe-to-toe and competing well. It was the second half when we had the meltdown, and that's what made me very disappointed. Not the fact that we didn't make it through to the final, the way that it happened.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, for me, it was like when I started the game, I felt like, okay, we can win or we can lose, because we have won the last 3 Clásicos, and it's really difficult to win 4 Clásicos in a row. And I knew that when the game started, but then you end with the feeling that it was really disappointing by the way we lost. Like, we haven't seen this team losing in that way since Xavi Hernandez came to the bench. So for me, it's also between 1 and 2.
Yeah, I think 1 and 2 is the right answer, but what I would push back on is that I don't really see the right way to lose that doesn't leave you feeling bitter and disappointed.
Obviously, you're always going to feel disappointed, but if you go out competing like you did in the first half, you say, look, we did our best, and it just didn't go our way that day.
Yeah, but how many bad 45 minutes have Barca had this year? A lot fewer than Madrid. I mean, everyone's going to have bad halves. It just happens. It's part of the game. It's unfortunate that it happened in that game, but they've had so few of those that I think when it does happen, you say, all right, on to the next one.
Right, well, that is enough Real Madrid talk. That is enough Copa del Rey talk. It is no more. Flip the page. We want to focus on La Liga, and I'm sure the coaching staff want to do that too. Let's listen to what our assistant coach, Sergio Alegre, had to say before this game.
Sí, hem vingut directe de la gespa.
Yeah,
We're here in the interview space with the Barca's assistant coach. A special game given it's at the end of the Easter holidays and a chance to go 15 points clear. Yeah, very important after Madrid lost on Saturday. And what we're doing this year is deserving a lot of praise, I think. And we'll see if we can continue that tonight. It looks like the wings may be the key areas tonight. Yeah, I think playing three up front gives us that width as well as usual. And we'll look to make the most of that. Girona perhaps going to be more defensive than they are usually. Or do you expect them to be a bit more offensive tonight? Well, I heard in Michel's press conference that they're coming here with ambition and that they're looking to win their games. So we're looking forward to this game. I think it's a team that knows what it's doing and what it's trying to achieve, and we're looking forward to tonight's game.
Girona, a team with clear ideas. They know what they want to do. Right, today at the Spotify Cup now, we have a mystery guest. We'll try and find out who it is before the game. Let's see. Who might that mystery guest be? We're giving you three options. One is Beyonce, two is Rosalia, three is Jennifer Aniston. Spence.
A mystery guest. I'd take any one of those three, honestly, if we can get them on Barça Live.
Rosalia is a declared Barça fan. Was on our jersey a couple of weeks ago.
Do we still have? We got rid of those?
We haven't got the Motomami jersey anymore.
Okay. I'll take any one of them, honestly.
Yati?
I'll take anyone, but I would love to see Beyonce here.
Yeah.
It's got to be Jennifer Aniston.
Maybe on tour promoting her new film with Adam Sandler.
Yeah, I'm in for it.
We'll see.
Absolutely.
We'll see. Let's go back to Spotify Cup. No, Bruno ter Stegen's out, and as we want to ask the fans, who will be the key player today? We're going attacking today. Is it going to be Gavi? Is it going to be Lewandowski? Is it going to be Ansu? Who is it going to be, Bruno?
Yes, ter Stegen, who has started warming up now. And yeah, three options. One, Gavi. Two, Ansu. Three, Lewandowski. I'm going to go for Lewandowski. I think the goals today are needed, and Polish striker needs to find some goals today here at the Spotify Cup now. So I'm going to go for option number three. Let me know at home on the live chat who do you think can be the key player today. Let's see, because we have people that are still guessing who can be the mystery person that is today at the Spotify Cup now. But now, some answers from the key player. We have Rahel going for Gabi. We have Lano Beauty going for Ansu Fati. Simber also for Ansu Fati. Many people that goes for Messi, but Messi's not playing today here at the Spotify Cup. No, I'm so sorry. Steven Berwin goes for three, Lewandowski. So divided opinions on the live chat there, especially between Ansu Fati, Lewandowski, and also some Gabis. Really divided today, the live chat, with the key player.
Bruno, who do you think is the mystery guest?
I mean, the common sense says me Rosalia, because she's from Barcelona. I know Beyoncé is coming during this year because in his world tour he stops in Barcelona. But I will say Rosalia makes sense because she's from here. But who knows if it's another of the two options.
We'll see. We'll try and find out later. Mystery guest at the Spotify Cup. No, key players. I hope it's Ansu. I hope he continues with his positive form after scoring last week against Elche.
I hope it's Ansu, but I have the feeling it will be Gavi, like mainly always.
Yeah.
What I look for with Ansu is he moving the ball quickly when he's on the wing? And does he make good, solid striking contact with the ball when he winds up for a shot? When he scored against Elche, that contact was solid. And he didn't scuff the ball along the side. He put it right in the back of the net, across the keeper. That's what I look for with him. And so, yeah, today, against a team that does give up a lot of goals in Girona, he's going to be key because he's going to have to test Gazzaniga to try and put something on target.
We're also asking you how many saves this guy on our screens is going to make today. How many saves is Marc-Andre ter Stegen going to make today? Is he going to achieve his 21st clean sheet in La Liga this season? I'm going to go ahead and try to guess. I'm seeing a comment from Lano Beauty. Lano Beauty said, they said my name. Well, I said it again. I said it again and again. I'm going to go with 3 airplanes today for ter Stegen. I'll do that again so that people can copy the emoji. Irati, you're doing?
I'm writing here 4.
4. Okay. We never keep track of this. The other day we kind of forgot.
Except for when we get it right.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to try and remember that I did 3, and I'm going to.
I'm sticking with you.
Count. 3?
I'm sticking with you. 3.
Yeah. 3. Bruno, I want to ask you as well. Obviously, if he achieves a clean sheet today, it is his 21st. The record was set by Liaño for Deportivo La Coruña in 1994 with 26 clean sheets. Can ter Stegen get there with the remaining games?
Absolutely. You know, the record that motivates me the most, like ter Stegen can achieve, is to be the goalkeeper ever in La Liga, conceding less goals, taking into account that in the 30s and in the 40s there were just like 10 teams playing in La Liga, so we're just playing 19, 20 matches in the whole year. So for me, this is the record that I would love to, if ter Stegen achieves it, of course. I think it's in just 15 or 16 goals. It's going to be tough because he has conceded 9 and there are still 11 games remaining. But I believe on also that record, that it motivates me a lot. And I'm going to say 2 airplanes today for ter Stegen, 2 saves for the German goalkeeper.
Okay, Bruno, as always, time for entertainment. Time for Guess the Player.
Guess the player. We're going to try to guess players that were on that day in Montilivi, the victory of Barça in January this year. Against Girona. Let's move to the first Guess the Player today. Someone who played that day. There you have the first image of Guess the Player. Let me see if you might know who can be this one. Also at home, we're going to start in the studio, as always, with Irati Vidal. Come on, Irati, you can do it.
I think I have it.
Is this player left-footed? He's dribbling to his left.
Don't give her more clues than she needs.
Well, I mean, she can figure it out by looking at the photograph.
You think you have it? Okay.
I think it's Pedri.
You think it's Pedri? Okay, so
voice.
Convinced, not thinking too much today in your first answer.
No, it's
on the
better
live
not
chat,
to think.
On the live chat, Jared Quintanilla has said Pedri, also the first answer of the game today. But I have to say that it's
Dembélé.
no Pedri, and yes, it's Dembélé.
Everybody was saying
Dembélé.
I was reading there. Oh.
All of them were going for Dembélé, who is injured, and we want him to have him back, of course. And we are missing Dembélé, of course. And
Makes sense.
In fact,
makes
Bruno, he got injured that day, didn't he, against Girona?
Exactly. Bad news that day, Dembélé, who suffered that injury, and yeah, we want him to be back as soon as possible, Ousmane Dembélé. Okay, let's move on to the second one. Spencer Siegel, let's go with you. Second, guess the player also at home. Let's see.
That's an easy one.
Easy one.
That looks like a Pedri or Gavi type of build. He's fighting on the right side. I'm gonna go with Pedri.
You're gonna go with Pedri.
No, Irati's shaking her head no.
Irati says no.
No, because I said Pedri before. That's why I'm saying.
I'm sticking with it. I say
Okay.
Pedri.
Let's see on the live chat opinions. Here we see many Pedris: Simber, Stocky, Mighty, Milan. Ulvi goes for Fati. Massa also Pedri. Julie Jans Pedri, and yes, it's Pedri was the one scoring that goal in a really tough game. Remember, Montilivi, it was a suffered one in a really cold afternoon of January, and Pedri was the scorer. Another of our injured players, and again, also best recovery for Pedri. We wish him to be back as soon as possible again. Okay, Robert Banneker, let's end Guess the Player today with you, and this third image of another player who was there in Montilivi playing that day. Let's see.
I'm thinking, is Bruno going to go for the 3 out of 3 of injured players? Because he's done a Dembélé, he's done a Pedri. Who else is out today? We've got De Jong out. We've got Christensen out as well. De Jong's not a bad shout because he's holding on to... That's Ángel Herrera, right?
Yeah.
I think I might go De Jong here. Because it's midfielder against midfielder. Doesn't look like any of our defenders. I don't. Well, I mean, it looks like nothing, obviously. I think I'm going to stick to De Jong. I think Bruno might have been sneaky to go for 3 out of 3 injured players.
Okay, let's see, because people on the live chat are divided between Gavi and De Jong. People think he's a midfielder. Karina goes for Gavi. Ulvi goes for De Jong. Lena goes for Gavi. Jet here going for Ferran. Julie Jan's also going for Frankie. Ibrahim and Kobiak's going for Gavi. It's going to be Gavi. It's going to be De Jong. It's one of these two, yes. I'm going to say yes, but who is that one? It's Frankie De Jong, yes.
Wow.
3 injured players. 3 players that were that day that are not playing today. Actually, the only 3 players, well, because Christensen didn't play that day at Montilivi. 0 minutes for him that day. So actually, other 3 players that were that day on the starting lineup that today, unfortunately, are out injured. So from here, we wish them the best recoveries. We still remembering of magic of these 3 players, and that's why today we have dedicated this guest player to Dembele, to Pedri, and to Frankie De Jong.
Bruno, is this the first time that we've done a 3 out of 3 on guest
No,
player? It must be.
No, we didn't.
Because
No, no.
you
I
didn't get it right.
I did.
You'd have to get it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
I thought
I'm
you had to
always
get it
like,
right.
yeah.
You still have the game quiz and higher or lower today that we are gonna play, so you still have 2 games to make it 100%. Let's see the game quiz today, because it can be a good option, or higher or lower. Higher or lower, if you have studied a little bit, it's a recent one, so you might take the 100% of answers.
Okay, we'll look forward to it. Bruno, we'll be back in a second with you for that game quiz and for higher or lower. A big opportunity here, Barca to go 15 points ahead of Real Madrid. I think none of us were really expecting them to fall at home against Villarreal after their big win in the Copa del Rey. With that defeat, they seem to have said, look, La Liga, we're not all that interested.
Hey, Samuel Chukwueze had other ideas about that. Let me tell you something, man.
What a goal.
That man can kick a ball.
No, and that was quite the punch in the face for Real Madrid, no pun intended.
Whoa!
Sorry.
Whoa!
You had to say it.
Yeah, sorry.
Former Girona man, too.
Yeah.
By now on loan last year.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, big opportunity here for Barca to extend that lead. We haven't lost at the Spotify Camp Nou yet this season. We want to keep that run going.
And if we win the 6 games that are remaining in Spotify Camp Nou, we are going to win this league. So let's start by today. Is the best way that football shows us that we can turn the page. Like we were sad the other day on Saturday. We were happy again after that Real Madrid defeat, and again the opportunity in Spotify Camp Nou again in front of your people to be strong and achieve the main objective of this season, that was La Liga.
And I read that even though it's a long ways away, that if somehow both teams, Madrid and Barca, win the rest of their games,
It's a perfect scenario.
the clinch game is in Cornellà against Espanyol.
Oh, I don't want that. I
no?
want it at home.
Okay.
We
All right, Robert.
haven't savoured a title at home for years
But it's
now.
close. It's close.
We're
it's
basically
Cornellà,
at home.
Like
Nah.
you can take the metro.
No,
home
in no way are we
to
at home.
celebrate.
I mean, if that were to happen, the players are racing to the dressing rooms that day.
Yeah.
But anyway, no. But let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. The important thing, of course, is that Barca gets the job done today. It's going to be an intense month of April. Some scheduled kickoffs have been released today. We've got Getafe next weekend, then we've got Atlético de Madrid, and then we go 2 consecutive weeks with midweek games as well. Rayo Vallecano, then we do Betis, then we do Osasuna. So it's going to get intense from now until the end of April.
Yeah, it's going to be intense, but the team has shown that they can face this. We are also going to recover those players that are out from injuries, so it's going to be intense, but at the same way also beautiful, because you are close to achieve the main goal of this season, that was La Liga.
I saw that there was a midweek 10 o'clock at night
10?
kickoff against Rayo Vallecano. That's
I'm looking at it right now.
It's something that
10
I'm
o'clock.
not really looking forward to.
10 o'clock on a
Why
Wednesday.
10 o'clock? Why?
And but I have to
Why
say,
would anyone do that?
I'm pretty happy because I took a chance and I bought a ticket for Montilivi for Girona Madrid, because Madrid come to Girona in a couple of weeks, and I was hoping that the Barca Madrid games wouldn't be on the same day.
And they're not?
And they're not.
Well, good for you, Spence. Good for you. Right, if you want to get pumped up for this game or for any Barca game, we do remind you that you have a special playlist on Spotify. You type in FC Barcelona on your Spotify app, and it will appear, the match day playlist. I'm just going to check it out as my phone slips over here. tunes from the likes of Rosalia. I mean, I haven't prepared here, so let me just bear with me for 5 seconds as I type in FC Barcelona. What have we got here? Match day playlist. You've also got the Lewandowski playlist. You've got the Pedri playlist. You've got the Alexia playlist and the Oshoala playlist. So you can go and see the different varieties picked by the all the players. I'm hoping there'll be some new ones before the end of the season. Lots of people wanted the Gavi and the Balde playlist. I'm just wondering how different those may be to Pedri's, because I think they have
probably
similar taste.
Yeah.
But
Which playlist would be the most unique? Like if you had a different player.
Which playlist would be the most unique?
Like that wouldn't sound like what Pedri had.
Andres Christensen.
Yeah, I was thinking same. Yeah.
Okay.
Or Dembele.
Yeah,
But
I believe
probably French trap.
that. Yeah.
Let's ask the chat. Which playlist would you like next? Be original, because I know lots of you would like Gavi. But which playlist from a player would you like next on Spotify? We'll try and pass on those recommendations. We did pass on the requests for Gavi, but which one would you like? Could be Ter Stegen, could be Gavi, could be Ansu, could be Rafinha. Rafinha could be a different one as well. See, I see Gavi's already.
Yeah.
I see Gavi's already.
It was an easy answer.
On the generic one, on the Matchday Classico, you've got a little bit of Rosalia, a little bit of Quevedo.
Ter Stegen.
You've got Bad Bunny, you've got Daddy Yankee, you've got Raúl Alejandro. This is all
Nicky
like,
Jam,
I mean, like talking
Many
astrophysics
reggaeton,
to me.
yeah.
But Black Eyed Peas. Black Eyed Peas is something that I recognize. Who? Any
Lembranza.
originals,
What's-
Spence?
Yeah, I see Ter Stegen, I saw De Jong, I saw Christensen on there, Ansu.
I see a Pedri there. Pedri, you've already got.
Give me Lucy Bronze. I want to know what Lucy Bronze has to
I
has
would
to say
love
about her music.
to listen Mapi Leon.
I wonder what she listens to too. She looks like an angry person on the pitch, but she doesn't.
No.
Off the pitch, she's not.
Well, we'll see. We'll try and pass on some of your suggestions. I'm guessing before the end of the season we might get one. Maybe as we get close to potentially winning La Liga. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but there might be something coming up in
Ter
that sense.
Stegen's one must be also unique.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
so. He's been here a long time, though, as well, so maybe some Latin sounds in there as well. I don't know. It's how can we guess? Right, we're about half an hour away from this game beginning, so Carlos. I feel like we were relaxing a little bit too much there, talking about music, about Spotify. Let's get into a bit of a tense mood, because today's an important game, guys. Today is important because we can go 15 points ahead of Real Madrid at the top of the table with 10 games remaining after this. That's 30 points. 30 points. If we have 15 of advantage, means we only have to win half of our games. Essentially. Easy. Well, not easy, but it all starts tonight against Girona at the Spotify Camp Nou. It was a tough game against them at Montilivi, and they're one of the teams that plays the best football in La Liga. So we'll have to come out fully focused for tonight's game. Xavi Hernandez has picked the following lineup: Marc-Andre Ter Stegen in goal, Koundé, Araujo, Eric Garcia and Balde at the back, Sergio Busquets, Sergi Roberto and Gavi in midfield. Up front, it's Rafinha, Lewandowski and Ansu Fati. Let us know your thoughts on the lineup. Rate it from 1 to 10 on the live chat. In the meantime, I'm going to go to Bruno Ballester at Spotify Camp Nou. Bruno, are the players anywhere near coming back onto the pitch?
There were some whistles here at the Camp Nou, and it was reminding me to a concert, because when the artist is not there on the stage and it's time for him to start performing, people get nervous. But no, the whistles were not for the players, that they will appear shortly. Were for referee today, that is a well-known referee, that is Antonio Mateu Laoz. And you know, last time he was here at the Camp Nou was that derby, Barça Espanyol, kind of controversial moment. So yeah, people was now remembering that moment of Mateu Laoz. Some whistles to him. We are waiting for our players. While we wait them, that they will appear shortly, because Girona players are on the field warming up. We're gonna play our game quiz. And today, I'm gonna make one exception, and I'm gonna allow you on the studio to play together. You have to reach one common answer, because if not, it's gonna be a chaos. That you say, Bruno, that's our final question together. I'm gonna allow you to play together, so let's see if you can make it 10 out of 10, 100% of answers, okay? If it's right for you. So let's go, and let's start also at home with the first question of this game quiz. Catalan derby today. We want to talk about Catalan teams. Let me see if you know how many teams Catalan teams have played in the top flight? Option number 1, 6. Option number 2, 7. Option number 3, 8. In all history of La Liga, how many Catalan teams have been playing in the top flight?
Right, okay.
Let's do it
Barça,
one at a time.
Barça's one.
Girona,
Girona's one.
Espanyol,
Espanyol 3.
Nàstic,
Nàstic, Lleida.
Lleida.
Lleida,
Sabadell, 6. And I'm stuck after that. Is it 6?
Europa no, right? No.
No, Europa
Figueres, no.
Figueres, no.
Olot, no.
Vamos, no.
I'm trying to think of other places in
Not Reus, not.
Cornellà,
No.
no.
I think it's 6.
So 6.
I think it's 6 also.
I think it should be 6.
People saying 7.
Lots of people saying everyone's saying 7 on the live chat. Wait a minute. Let's go.
Unless we're missing one?
No, I think 6 is a safe answer.
I'm allowing you to play together in the studio, but not with the live chat, because the live chat
Well, it's on our
knows
screens,
many
Bruno. We
things,
can't,
you
we
know?
can't avoid it.
Okay.
Everyone
Okay.
is saying 7.
No, we
I
gotta
need
trust
a-
ourselves.
I stick to
Okay.
6.
Trust ourselves.
Yeah?
I need a
6.
final answer.
6.
6. Okay, let's see on the live chat. Yeah, many 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. I'm not finding the correct answer. I'm not finding the correct. Yes,
We
Ulvi,
have it.
it's 8. It's
No.
8, Ulvi. Yes, you were
Who
far
are
away.
we missing?
You were missing Europa, one of the founders of La Liga, and you
I
were
said
missing
so.
Condal. Condal, a club that
Condal is
disappeared.
Barça.
Well, it was an only club. So anyway, you said 6. If 7 can count with Condal, you're wrong. So
You're wrong anyway.
you started badly
Yeah.
performing together, guys, today. Well, we have the Barça players here at the
There we
Spotify
go.
Camp Nou. They start their warm-up now. It's ACDC sounding as always, and these players that, with a lot of delay today, 3-4 minutes of delay, they start their warm-up. Okay, let's continue together, guys, but you have picked the incorrect answer. So let's move on to question number 2. More geography. Which region has had more teams in total in the top flight? Counting regions in also all history of La Liga. Which is the region with more teams? Option number 1, Andalucía. Option number 2, Catalunya. Option number 3, Madrid.
I think it's Madrid, Getafe, Rayo, Leganés, Atlético de Madrid, Real Madrid.
But Andalucia's
What else?
got.
What else? What else?
Andalucia's got Almería, it's got Málaga, it's got Sevilla, Betis, Cádiz, Recreativo de Huelva, Jaén must
At
have
the
been
sa- at the
there,
same
San
time.
Córdoba as well.
the
No,
same
no,
time.
no, not at the same time. During the whole history of La Liga.
In
same.
the whole history.
Córdoba.
I think Andalucía is
Then it's
I think
Andalucía.
Andalucía must be it. I think so. By the way, Bruno, you were mentioning, I'm buying myself some time here. You were mentioning ACDC as always at the start of the warm-up. When do you prefer it? When it's ACDC or when it's the Guns N' Roses later on?
ACDC, no?
I like the
Prefer-
Guns N' Roses one. I like when
Okay.
Welcome to the Jungle.
Okay, so your final option is Andalucía then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say
Okay.
Andalucía.
Let's see in the live chat. We'll be going for 3 Madrid. Amir going for 2 Catalunya. Brown Television going for 1 Andalucía. Divided opinions on the live chat. Geography, it's something important today. On the studio, you're right. Yes, it's Andalucía.
Oh.
10 teams in total, 8
Wow.
Catalunya, 5 Madrid. Madrid is
Oh,
true, as Irati
wow.
was mentioning, was the region that in one season got
Had
more teams,
more,
but yeah, just for one season.
I
Okay,
like these questions.
let's move on. Question number 3. When was the last time that Barça lost a Catalan derby at the Spotify Camp Nou?
I know.
Catalan derby
Against
Catalan
Espanyol,
teams.
right?
Okay. Option number 1, 2018. Option number 2, 2013. Option number 3, 2009. And if
When it's dates, in Robert we
Yeah.
trust.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. I'm going to let the answers come into this live chat first, but
Okay,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
trust.
When,
Have a
well,
great-
When it's
normally
this
when
kind of questions, it's Robert.
well, when we're playing separately, we're jealous of him, but now he's our teammate, so this is fine.
It's like both to Messi, like
I
both
mean,
to Robert.
unless I'm very, very wrong, I think it's 2009, the De La Peña goal. against Espanyol.
2009. Okay, let's see. In 2018, Barça drew against Girona. Actually, the last time they played
Yeah.
each other here, Barça drew 2-2. Let's see on the live chat.
But we've never lost to
Saigan,
them.
yes, Saigan Rode going for 1, saying 2018. Mukka going for 2-13. Jacob also going 2013. Not many 2009s.
But it's the right answer.
People is not agreeing here with Robert. Yes, Amit going for 3. And what else? Not many 2009s. And yes, it's the correct answer. On the live chat, I haven't been
You go, Robert.
performing well at all. Yes. Okay, 2 out of 3.
We're redeeming
there on the
ourselves
studio.
here.
You
Yeah.
are coming back. Okay, that's I think for Spence. He's a supporter of Girona. He must know this question. Who is Girona top scorer this season? Let me ask first of all Robert and Irati, and then
I think it's
you have.
easy.
You also know it, Irati. Okay. Option number 1 is Stuani. Option number 2, Tati. 3, Riquelme. I thought it was not easy at all. Okay, go Irati. Go. Come on.
No, I think it's Tati, no?
Oof, actually, you put me on the spot there because I watch the games, but I don't look at the
scored a few
stats.
penalties.
Yeah, but he also missed a few of them.
But Stuani comes in late and scores goals. That 2-2 game, by the way, Girona Barça or Barça Girona in 2018 was my first ever game in La Liga ever that I attended live. So
Oh, you went to Spotify Camp Nou?
I was there. It was my first time ever in Spain. I arrived the day before, and I went to that game, and I fell in love with both teams ever since.
You know what?
And
It's in my notes. And I can't see them right now. It's all covered up. You can't see who has. Who
So,
has but
I need the
I'm going to
final
go
answer.
Stuani
yeah, I think it's Stuani.
because he scored penalties.
Yeah.
Irati said was easy because Sim thought was Tati, but on the studio final answer
Well,
is Stuani.
I
Stuani.
trust them.
And the live chat, Milky going for Stuani. Also, Quintanilla going for Stuani. Steven Bergwing also for Stuani. And yes, he's right. It's Stuani. 7 goals for
So
Stuani.
penalties. So it's pens.
More, yeah, most of them from the penalty spot. 6 for Tati, so it was
It
close.
was close, it was
Yeah,
close.
and 4 for Riquelme, okay. Okay, final question. Question number 5. Some maths now. Let's see. I need a quick answer here. How many points can Barça finish this season with
Easy.
this year? 100, 2, 102, 3, 104. Easy.
I'm
says
not a
Robert.
maths
Easy.
person.
We have 71 now.
11 games
11
left.
games to go, which is times 3,
33.
33,
104.
104.
Good maths on the studio. Good maths. Let's see.
Fast
Itano going
ones.
for 100. Carolina going for 100. But Leucos now going for 104. Greg also 104. Quintanilla and Amit missing, not correct answer because they were saying 100. And Steven Berwin, yes, goes for the correct 1-3. It's yes, 104. This is the maximum number of points that Barça can achieve this year if they win all their remaining games. So 4 out of 5 on the studio playing together, almost there, just missing the first question. We will give another chance to you before ending the season to play together and make it 100%.
We're not doing too bad.
No.
I mean, we missed one and
mean,
guessed the
it
player.
was
well,
a
I wouldn't
warm-up.
say
It
we
was,
missed one and guessed the player, but yeah, okay. We're playing as a team. And we missed one in the game quiz. Right, Spence, you mentioned that your first ever game at Spotify Camp Nou was that 2-2.
Yeah.
I think we have proof of that. Look at him.
Oh,
Hey,
So
how
young,
old were you there?
Spence.
14?
That was like 5 years ago.
You look very young.
yeah, you do.
Well, I filled out a little bit. That was so much fun. I remember after the game, the Girona fans, because there's not, like I said, there's not as much of a rivalry as Espanyol, and they left the stadium because I think Stuani and Porto both scored in that
Yeah.
game. And they left the stadium chanting "Ni Messi, y Cavani, Porto y Stuani," and that was the chant throughout all of Girona.
It was a good day for them. It was definitely a good day for them at the Spotify Cup. Now I remember that 2-2 draw. Right, we're 90 minutes away. So let's go to Bruno for higher or lower. You said we're doing today, right, Bruno?
Higher or lower, let's play individually, Mark,
Oh.
again. Okay, yes, higher or lower, you have to play individually. And I'm going to start with Irati Vidal.
Let's see.
We are finding today number of goals, scorers of FC Barcelona in the league, okay, in total. Just in the league, that's important to know. Scorers, it's higher or lower. We start with Frenkie de Jong, 2 goals. And we want to know Sergi Roberto, higher or lower from 2 goals in the league, important just in the league today. Let's see, Irati, higher or lower from 2, also at home. Let's thumbs up or thumbs down, higher or lower.
I remember one.
Scored at the Clasico.
Yeah, I remember.
Basically, if you can remember one more, then that's it. No?
Then he's tied. Yeah,
It
but
can't
it's
be
not going to
tie.
be a tie.
Can't be a tie.
I
It's
say
higher or lower?
Higher.
You say
Arrows up.
higher.
Yeah.
You say higher, let's see, at home Quintanilla goes for higher, also Amit higher, Steven goes for lower, it's higher, yes, Irati.
Oh.
4 goals of Roberto in La Liga, so good registers for
Don't
Sergio
remember
Roberto
all of them, but
in La Liga. Robert will remember them for sure, but he's going to have time to,
Yeah.
to argue
Other day,
his
other day.
answer.
Another
Yes. Okay, let's move on. Spencer, Pedri is out injured, we are missing him, but has he scored more or less goals than 4 in La Liga? It's higher or lower?
That's a good question. He scored against Girona, and he went a long time without a goal, and it was all assists for him. So I'm going to go lower.
You're going lower. You were just telling me 1 goal from Pedri. He has scored more than 1 goal, but
You're
it's
trying
higher
to put me off. I know
or
you.
lower?
It's
Okay.
lower.
Rotary higher, Emma higher, Alter higher, all the left hand goes for higher, and yes, it's higher. Spencer, you're wrong. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, there was a period that he scored almost all the games.
We've won 9 games by
Yeah.
1-0, and he scored the 1 goal in most of them.
Six goals.
I have a goldfish memory. What can
And
I
we
do?
talked a lot about all the resistance that he was improving a lot from last year in terms of scoring goals. So yes, 6 goals in La Liga, Pedri. Great resistance. Robert Vanek out. Dembele also out injured. Higher or lower from 6 goals?
This one is
Well, I can't tell you the exact number, but I do know that Pedri is our 2nd top scorer in La Liga. So that, and Lewandowski is our 1st. So that would mean that Dembele is lower. I think he must have 4 in La Liga.
4. You say 4. 4
Yeah,
is
but
not a good
I mean,
answer.
the answer is lower. I'm just guessing 4.
4 is not a good answer, Robert. I always try to test you a little bit more, okay? You are a good student always, but
4 or
it's lower.
5?
Yeah, you're right. It's lower. It's 5 goals for
5.
Dembele. Close, but yeah, 5 goals in total. Let's see if he can be back on the field and score many more goals before ending La Liga. Okay, second round. Let's see. Irati Vidal. Rafinha. Rafinha in La Liga. Higher or lower?
he has assist many times. That score. I go lower.
You're going lower with Rafinha. Let's see on the live chat. Stephanie goes lower. Fanny goes lower. Amir lower. I see some higher. Let's see. Ferisa going for higher. And yes, it's higher. 6 goals for Rafinha.
Yeah.
He was also close. But 6 goals for Rafinha in La Liga.
Scored some winners there against
Yeah.
Osasuna. Scored the winner
but
against
between
Valencia.
5,
Yeah.
6, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Ah,
Almost
this
there,
one
almost
is
there.
easy.
This one is easy. Ansu Fati, Spencer Siegel.
Yeah,
It's easy.
I know the
Higher or
answer.
lower from 6?
You know the answer.
I know the exact goal.
All right, we can work as a team if you want, but I'm pretty
No.
sure it's going to be lower because I don't think he scored 7 goals this season this year. But
In all competitions, yes, but just in La Liga, no. It's 4 goals in La Liga, it's lower, you're right, Spencer, Irati. Also Steven, Quintanilla, and Malak. It's lower. 4
But
goals.
by the end of today, it's going to be 6, and it's going to be level with Rafinha.
Okay, that's. I would love to see that. Will be great. Okay, Robert Vanek out. Final one. Higher or lower? Ferran Torres.
I know.
I know it only because last week
Yeah.
we called the game in which they both scored and we had the totals of their goals on the screen. But yeah, Ferran Torres scored the other day against Elche. It was his first goal in 2023. He broke his drought and he has a total of 3 goals in La Liga, if I'm not mistaken. So that's lower.
It's lower. Muslim back going for lower. Steven also lower. And almost everyone just on the left side lower. 3 goals also close. Higher or lower today, reviewing our scorers in La Liga.
All right, thank you, Bruno. We'll come back to you in a second. We've got some a special moment at the Spotify Cup Nou for some other of our professional teams. In the meantime, we're about a quarter of an hour away from this, so music, please. There it is. There it is. Match day 28. Counting today, 11 games to go until the end of La Liga. A chance tonight to get 15 points ahead of Real Madrid after their defeat against Villarreal on Saturday. Who wouldn't want to go 15 points ahead of Real Madrid? We faced Girona, one of the teams that play the best football in La Liga. They made it very difficult for us at Montilivi, so maximum respect in this Catalan derby for our opponents. Our lineup for tonight: Marc-Andre ter Stegen in goal, Koundé, Araujo, Eric and Balde at the back, Sergio Busquets, Sergio Roberto and Gavi in midfield, Rafinha, Lewandowski and Ansu Fati up front. Back to the 4-3-3, back to the 3 forwards, Eric back in defence, Ansu Fati in the starting lineup, off of scoring last week. We'll see if he manages to do that as well. I just boldly predicted that it was going to be 2 goals for him tonight. Irati, important game.
Important game, man. You said we don't have to think about that, but I've been thinking since Real Madrid defeat against Villarreal that I want to celebrate the title in Cornellà. So I think it's really important today because also it gives you the opportunity to return the page and forget what happened last week.
I don't want to win it at Girona. I want to win it at home with the fans to celebrate. The players are finishing their warm-up, the final sprint there before they head into the dressing rooms. I have to say I'm a little bit sad because last week in the Copa del Rey game we were celebrating. Oh, we're making it to 20k, like 20,000 viewers, simultaneous viewers on the on our live stream, and that meant that it was a big game. Obviously, we had lots of people watching us. Today we're at 3.2k, but I have to say thank you for all the loyal ones, all the ones that are there for every show. We keep the show going for you guys because we know that you like to be entertained with us. You like to share your passion for Barca with us. So everyone's welcome here, and thank you very much for all the loyal people who are there night in, night out, Spence.
Yeah, we always appreciate that. And today's just as big of a game as all of the rest of them for Barca as far as Barca is concerned. So, yeah, it's time to find 3 points.
It is time to well, go for those 3 points. Rafinha finishing his warm-up, a couple of shots, Ansu Fati as well as they head into the dressing rooms. Let's go back to last week, not Wednesday last week, but last match day. That Elche-Barça game, that 4-0 win in one in which we feared, or the main thing that we feared was coming off of the international break, because those games were always traditionally difficult for Barca. I want to ask the fans, I want to ask you guys, what was the best thing about Elche-Barça? Was it the fact that Lewandowski, Ansu and Ferran scored, that Ter Stegen got his 150th clean sheet, or that we maintained the plus 12 in that tough situation coming off of the international break?
For me, the answer is pretty easy, and it's Levi, Ansu and Ferran's goals, because they all needed that confidence and scoring those goals to forget what they were going through, and seeing Ansu's smiles and the celebration and everything. It was worth it.
Spence.
What a great goal this was. This is what
it was a fantastic goal.
This is what I'm talking about when I say strike it with vigor, with intensity across the face of goal. And after that, Barca couldn't really be stopped. And even though they couldn't carry that into a very difficult game later, this is a game where there should be opportunities for both sides to get goals. And so the difference in the game is going to be who finishes them.
That was the final goal here for Ferran Torres. It was great that all three of them got on the score sheet, but I'm seeing lots of threes. People celebrating that we maintained the plus 12, and that could potentially today be a plus 15. Barca with the 4-0 win against the 20th team in La Liga, and today we face a team that are fairly comfortable in the standings, but they can't relax. They're only 7 points clear of relegation with 11 games to go.
It is true also that there are like many other teams that are fighting there, and they are really close. So I don't think Girona is going to suffer from now to the end of La Liga to maintain in the first division. But it is true that they haven't achieved their main goal, that is remaining in La Liga. So we are going to see a brave Girona in Spotify Camp Nou.
Spence, I do not want to see you celebrate a Girona goal in this studio.
Okay, I won't. No, but in all seriousness, this team went to the Bernabeu and got a point. This team held Atleti to 0-0 until the 98th minute at home at Montelivi. Yeah. They're playing the big boys really well because of their style, because most of these teams are used to facing Elche or Getafe, teams that sit back and park the bus. Girona don't do that. It's a different type of game.
And they held us to a 1-0 win in Montilivi in a game in which Barca really did struggle to take away the 3 points. Right, 9 minutes away. I think it may be time to reveal our mystery guest at the Spotify Camp Nou. We did ask you, did you think it was going to be Beyonce? Did you think it was going to be Rosalia? Did you think it was going to be Jennifer Aniston? Sensing that it might not be any of those three, let's reveal who our mystery guest is.
Hi, I'm Spencer Siegel's mom. I just landed in Barcelona. I can't wait to see my first European soccer game at the Spotify Camp Nou. I'll be checking in with you periodically. Looking forward to the evening. Here I am at Spotify Camp Nou. People are starting to enter the stadium for the soccer game. This should be really fun. I can't wait to see what unfolds.
Spence.
You gotta be kidding me, man. Who gave her their cell phone number? Somebody tell me.
The magic
It
of
happened.
how digital content is created.
I'm not surprised that she's at the game. We talked about that. She's here to visit, but this is
Fill the live chat with hearts for Spencer's mum.
this is a shock.
Fill the live chat with hearts for Spencer's mum. Family time on
Oy.
Barça, well, on Barca's digital channels here. Fill it with hearts. Fill it with Blaugrana hearts for Spencer's mum and for Barça as well. We'll be getting updates throughout the show. Hopefully some goal celebrations from inside the Spotify Camp Nou.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little. Hold on. I'm just a little lost for words. And whoever called my mom a grandma in the live chat, come see me. Come see me. I'm right here.
No chance yet?
No?
No chance yet
Chance at what?
of that happening? Yeah.
No.
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 Well, technically she could be like Luke's grandmother, your dog.
She considers Luke her son.
Oh, okay.
And then I stole him away from her.
Right, Bruno, as per usual, this time of the year at the Spotify Camp Nou, trophies being exhibited.
Yes, today it's time for handball team. Last week was the futsal team winning the Copa del Rey. Today the handball team offering the league trophy, the cup trophy, and now of course all the culés. We are excited with the Champions League. The team won it last year with new manager Carlos Ortega. They are now in the quarterfinals. They're going to play this playoff round before the final four that is going to be played in Cologne in Germany. I know, Robert, that you're going there, I think, this summer to the final four, so I'll imagine you are also interested that Barça qualify for that final four, and well, we all want this team to win the Champions League, the official picture there, and the handball team, one of the best ones always in the professional teams. Another league, it's incredible, all the trophies that are achieving this team.
Fill the live chat with applauses for them. Fill the live chat with applauses for them. Another of our teams winning the league in this case, our handball team. And I think our hockey team's there as well.
Yes, the roller hockey team also offering here the trophy, the Copa del Rey that they also won. So now time for the roller hockey team to enjoy this moment at the Spotify Camp Nou. And it's not just, of course, offering the trophy, because of course they also stay for the game after that moment. So it's a double prize for them to offer to support us these trophies and then to stay here at the stands to watch the game. So roller hockey team also with the objective to win the league and the Champions League. Not many clubs in the world can say that start the season fighting for 6 Champions Leagues in total if we add the women's team. It's incredible, this team. And a team that can have real options to win all of them, and they always fight for all of them, so it's incredible.
Applause for them as well. The roller hockey team winning yet another trophy. It's one of the advantages of being a multi-sports club that we can celebrate trophies when this time of year comes around. Right, Bruno, very eventful match day 28 with some big results.
Absolutely, of course. Well, Real Madrid defeat of Saturday was the highlight of this match day 27, the defeat against Villarreal. Also, we have to highlight the victory of Atlético de Madrid against Rayo Vallecano. Careful here because, well, Real Madrid, of course, playing the final of the Cup, have made sure that they will play the Super Cup. But Atlético are just 2 points away from Real Madrid for the battle in the second spot. So, yeah, important. Whistles now to Mateo Laoz. I think the fans are going to be pressing him a lot today. And, well, the relegation battle is, of course, the point of the standings that is going to be crazy this final weeks of the championship, because right now Valencia 18th spot, Espanyol 19th spot, and Elche 20th spot. So careful with Espanyol and Valencia that are in a difficult situation. Both lost. Valencia against Almeria, Espanyol against Athletic Club at home. So well, relegation battle is going to be huge this year. Girona 11th with 34 points. So even if they lose today, Spence, they're still in a good situation, I say.
And then Bruno, as you were mentioning, careful with that second spot as well, that 59 versus 57. Real Madrid will have to keep their eyes on what's coming behind them. Right, Bruno, guess the score. What are you going with?
I'm going for a 3-1 for Barça. I would love to keep another clean sheet, but I think Girona today might score a goal with all the potential in attack. So I go for 3-1 for Barça.
Right, Bruno's going for a 3-1. You guys on the live chat, leave your score predictions. You can also do that on the Barça app through the Matchday Challenge and on the Barça website. You can win several...
4-1, sorry.
Sorry?
4-1, 4-1, 4-1.
Oh, 4-1.
Yeah, I remember I went for 4-1. Yeah, sorry.
You got your prediction wrong. Now we're going to win 3-1 and you'll... You'll regret it. But anyway, you guys on the live chat, let us know your score predictions. Spence will read them out after he says his score prediction, Spence, which I see is one that I don't like.
It was the final score of my first ever La Liga game, and everyone's asking me who I'm rooting for today. And while I am very much for Barça, I just want both teams to have fun. 2-2. You said everybody's welcome on this show.
Yeah, but not
Not
that
this
kind of
guy.
prediction.
Yeah.
Right, what are the fans saying?
All right, those are the ones that matter anyway. Samuel has a 4-0. Edith has a 3-0. Irma has a 6-1. Ali has a 2-0. Lamichane YouTube channel says 3-2. Kim Saad has 3-2. Frank Star 3-1. There's a lot of variations of these score guesses here. Alia's put her thumbs down for me, which I mean I understand. I get it. You know, we're here to have fun. Let's see what happens. Huh?
Irati, you went for a clean sheet.
Yeah, I was going and I felt it was going to be a 3-2, but I didn't want that sound, so I changed it to So I changed it to
2-0. Sorry, 2-0. I'm going for a 3-0. I'm going for a 3-0. Another clean sheet for ter Stegen. Hopefully 2 goals for Ansu, 1 for Lewandowski. Our crew, let's see. What do they think? Sergio thinks like I do. Our director, Sergio, thinks 3-0 like I do. Santi's going more conservative. Our producer, Santi, going with 1-0. Our mixer, Mark, going 2-1. Graphics designer, Jaume, going for 2-0. Producer, Laia, going for 3-1. Sound tech, Carlos, the most ambitious probably, 4-0.
There's goals in here.
Even more ambitious than our cameraman Paul, who was going for a rare 1-0 today. He went for a 9-1 the other day. I don't know, must be not be feeling all right today. Sunglass, Bruno's camera operator 2-1, same as Luis, my brother, and creativities designer. Our EVS player, Calafell, with 2-0. Carlos, cameraman 3-0, Arnau, cameraman 2-0, Paul, cameraman 1-0, Juan, our floor manager 2-0, and we're going to see what Luke predicted today before the game starts.
We were in Girona for it. Go both teams.
So essentially he went for a draw like you did.
No, he picked Barça. I mean, that's his choice. You know, that's fine. I respect his decisions.
Right, the anthem is going off at the Spotify Camp Nou. We can get the atmosphere of the Spotify Camp Nou in the background here. I like the atmosphere of the Spotify Camp Nou here. A review of our lineup with ter Stegen in goal, Koundé, Araujo, Eric Garcia, and Balde at the back. Sergio Busquets, Sergio Roberto, and Gavi in midfield. Rafinha, Lewandowski, and Ansu Fati up front. Let us know your thoughts on that lineup, Irati.
I said it before, I really like the chance Ansu Fati is getting there. I also would love to see Barça playing again with 3 strikers, and especially against a team like Girona that has problems in defense. And then I also really like to see Eric Garcia getting an opportunity today.
Yeah, he played in the central midfielder role the other day. He goes back to
We'll see how they play or how they position themselves.
We'll see.
Yeah.
But in theory, he should be playing as a centre-back.
Yeah, I mean, we still don't have enough time in the season yet to start to play around with things, but if you clinch the league with 4 or 5 games to go, which hopefully you do, then you've got these extra games to work with, wherein you can then start to make adjustments and tests.
We have something that producer Santi says that we have to show. What is it? Oh! Is that your dad?
That goes from my mom to my dad, yeah. That's in Fort Lauderdale. That's where Barça played during Yeah.
Has your dad ever been to Spotify Camp Nou?
Yeah, he was here for the Gamper this year against Pumas.
Oh, but we weren't doing this kind of show for that game. Well, Jeff, I mean, you're welcome to send us your videos anytime or your selfies on our WhatsApp channel.
He wants equal time, apparently.
We like the support anyway. Right. We are seconds away from kickoff. Barca will have the first possession, playing in Blaugrana. Girona playing in a very Catalan kit, yellow with red stripes. And waiting for Mateu Laos to blow the whistle. There it goes. Gavi with the first touch, and Barca will have the first possession of this Catalan derby at the Spotify Camp Nou, looking to go 15 points ahead of Real Madrid at the top of the table. Bruno, is Camp Nou full?
Yes, yes. Of course, it's not going to be in attendance like the one in El Clásico in recent 2 games, but I'll guess this is going to be almost 80,000 spectators today at the Spotify Camp Nou. People want the victory to stay top of the league and increase this gap with Madrid.
Okay, all careful with the through ball inside the box. Well defended by Koundé, who got in front of Tati and let the ball roll into the hands of Ter Stegen. Fill the live chat with hearts, guys. We need some love for Barca after what we suffered last week. We need to get back into a positive mood. In fact, I was reading some of the comments on last week's show. So on the video, you've got the comments underneath, not on the live chat, like the video comments. Lots of positive comments there. I mean, people just accepting that, look, sometimes you lose. And it wasn't all negativity like when Barca loses usually.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
I think we've been inside this machine, especially this season, and obviously you having done the show for almost a decade now is like you're here every day, so you understand how difficult it is.
Yeah. Careful! Oof. Those are some of the comments that. Can I read that? I mean, I won't read that long one, but I'm sure it's a very positive comment.
Visca Barça, never giving up on my club, the club of my life, the club that I dream of playing in, the club I want to help win everything. And then it goes on.
It goes on and on. It's a positive message.
Yeah.
Well, there's one from Isaac Guring.
We miss our key players, but we still play a good game. We'll come back stronger than before. Let's go Barça, always Barça. And then the next one says, there aren't any teams who never lose. You're the best, always remember that. We love you for matter no matter what. And Robbie says, no matter what, you guys will always be my favorite team.
All right, so we were disappointed with the defeat, obviously, but I like that we don't go into like self-destruction mode every time that we lose, which hasn't been that many times this season. Obviously, it hurt in Europe, and it hurt the other day against Real Madrid. But
that is also
let's
part of
appreciate the positive things as well.
what this team is building. It's also part of that.
And I don't see enough blue and red hearts on the live chat, guys. I mean, I need more color on the live chat, so more blue and red hearts on the live chat, please. Who will score Barca's first goal today? It'll be Rafinha, Lewandowski, Ansu. I've gone for a 2-goal prediction for Ansu, so I'm going Ansu.
That seems there.
Ooh, inside ball. An opportunity here off of the cross by Gavi. It's cleared by the Girona defense. Lewandowski was waiting. Spence, you didn't get a chance to.
I would go Ansu also.
Ansu
this to me, this game is going to be this wide open. You would think for a while it's going to look like this.
Bruno, what are you going with?
I'm going with Lewandowski. Lewandowski, I think today is going to score at least a brace. So I'm going with Robert for this opening goal.
Right, well, we've seen Girona make their first attacking move. Also, Barça now with this low cross by Rafinha. And high pressure from Barça. I remember, Bruno, at the game in Montilivi, that was one of the keys, especially in the first half, how we created opportunities. High pressure, and Ansu and Dembélé and Rafinha winning the ball back several times.
Absolutely. Talking about league games, except for the defeat against Almeria, I have to say that probably was the worst game that Barça played this season from the ones that the team has won. The team suffered a lot. Girona pressed really well. Barça got many problems to build important moves. But today, I think it's going to be different here at the Spotify Camp Nou. Different conditions. It was a really cold day in Girona, that one. And let's see now.
Good recovery here on the edge of the box. Here is Ansu Fati on the edge of the box. Tries to get it to Lewandowski. Lewandowski cuts inside. The shot by Lewandowski over the crossbar. First opportunity there for Barca after precisely what we were just talking about, Bruno, which is high pressure, winning the ball back. Here it's Sergio Busquets. Oh no, it's a bad pass, sorry. It's a pressure by Busquets, a bad pass that gets it straight to Ansu Fati. Ansu feeds Lewandowski, and Lewandowski comes very, very close. Bruno.
Absolutely. Comparing now to the game to Girona, apart from the goal of Pedri, there were no chances like this one in the whole 90 minutes. So Barça, we can say, has improved at least the fact to create chances. And let's see this one, another one.
Another one, the quick touch by Sergi Roberto. Lewandowski feeds it out wide to Ansu. Ansu gets inside the box. Ansu tries to cut back. Ansu with the shot goes wide. Ooh. First Lewandowski, now Ansu, guys.
Now Rafinha, next one.
God, Rafinha's obviously, if this was a democracy, it would be now.
Are we not entertained already?
Wow.
Woo.
I mean,
what the star of the game.
This is what we can expect. And if you go back to the last chance, I know this was a good one for Ansu, but if you go to the unselfish play that Ansu made to set Lewandowski up, that turnover beforehand is where Girona have gotten themselves into trouble this season, trying to play out of the back, which at times they've done well.
Yeah.
Other times, though, they've given up goals that look just like that, like against Getafe a couple of weeks ago.
And another quick recovery from Barça. Here's the drive by Ansu Fati, feeding it out wide to Balde. Balde could try and cross. No, takes the first touch. Balde's got Arnau in front of him. Balde hangs on to the ball, tries to drive inside. Can he link up with someone? Here's the pass to Busquets, who's going to feed it out wide to Koundé. Barça attacking in these first minutes of the game. That's what the fans will have wanted to see as well. Coming off of the last game at the Spotify Camp Nou, what happened last Wednesday, they want to see a team that comes out looking to make an impact early. Careful here with the build-up. The ball fed out wide to Koundé. Good build-up from Barça. The cross by Koundé. Lewandowski with a header, which goes over. Right, we have comments from Rose. I have a bio exam tomorrow, but I will still watch it, or some of it. I hope Barça wins. Let's hope it's a good game, 3-0. So Rose, you have my prediction. You're hoping that this is going to be a good game. So am I. And I hope you have a good luck with your bio exam. Spencer, your mum should join you guys on the sofa. Well, I think she'd rather be at Spotify Camp Nou. Right?
I can understand.
It's her first ever La Liga game or European football game. So she doesn't know much about the sport anyway, so she's just taking in the atmosphere.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good atmosphere. Bang says, chief victory to widen the gap even further and not be overtaken by them. Well, I mean, I agree with widening the gap. We don't have to fear being overtaken by them, at least not in the near future. Watching live and clear from Zambia. Go Barça, go.
Wow,
Vamos. Thank you for the people. Thank you to the people watching from Zambia. Yvette Lopez says, total camp.
Es un clan.
Som la gent blaugrana. Vamos!
No.
Fill the live chat with flags. Exactly. We had viewers from Zambia. We take that opportunity to ask you to fill the live chat with the flags of your country. Where are you watching us from on this Easter Monday?
I understand there's some pushback because these are my two teams, and I respect that. If you want me to pledge my allegiance, I mean, I can sit here and sing El Cante Barça if you want. Like,
no, we don't do that.
Okay, good.
We want you to play it on the banjo because you promised that.
We're waiting for that.
I still need to practice the banjo, but I'm starting to get blisters on my fingers, so that means it must mean I'm getting better. That's a good thing.
For losers, Spence. Right, we've got, I saw some Swedish flags. I see some Finnish flags as well. One for the Czech Republic. I see a Romania in there. I see Hungary. All over Europe. They're all European countries that I mentioned. Where are the people from the Asian countries and the African countries?
I see Bangladesh come in. I see Italy. I see India. That's Denmark. We've got either Romania, yeah.
I have an idea.
Tell us.
It's been Easter. What do you do in your country for the Easter holidays? I mean, it's more of a Catholic celebration, so there might be some countries
But hold on a second.
Hold on.
I will say.
Girona almost scored no goal there. Gazzaniga saved on the line after the bad pass back by Santi Bueno or David Lopez. So Barça were trying to play it forward. Gavi plays the through ball. Bueno. It looks like a comfortable ball for Santi Bueno, who almost puts it into his own net. Gazzaniga had to run back and clear it out for a corner kick. The first one of the game, Bruno.
Yes, first one, and Rafinha is the one taking this corner kick.
Straight to Sergi Roberto, who's unmarked. The cross by Roberto bounces off of a Girona player. Now Girona are going to try to run. Barça defend well, managed to contain Girona. So yeah, let us know what you do in your countries for Easter.
And I was going to say, because you said it can be, it's obviously a religious holiday, it's Catholic. We growing up, weren't we weren't religious in any way, but we always met every Sunday. We would do a dinner. We would hang out with all the family.
Maybe you've been on holiday as well. If you've been on holiday anywhere, you can let us know where. Have you been to Barcelona on holiday? Some people have come over to Barcelona on holiday. It's been full of tourists these days. So yeah, let us know what you've been doing these Easter days.
Aloysius is watching from Kenya.
Oh.
Sadil from Palestine. Mr. Abbas, Lebanon. Fiji Island. That's a first.
Wow.
Fiji Island.
Fiji.
Oh. Must be nice. Good recovery there from Sergio Roberto, sorry, and Eddie Garcia. Now pressure for Balde, who forces the throw-in. Right, 10 minutes played. Bruno, how are you liking what we've seen from Barca so far?
Yes, I'm liking what I'm seeing, because Barca has enjoyed 2-3 really clear chances, apart from the mistake now from Girona that almost cost Gazzaniga and the defenders a goal. But at the same time, the team has to be careful with Girona, because they are pressing high up front, and any mistake in defense can also hurt you with a goal from your opponent. So important for me for Barca to continue creating these chances, to score an early goal, and take care with the high pressure from Girona, because can also be dangerous.
I saw a happy Easter message in there, Spence.
There was a lot in here, but there's two that I'm seeing back to back that are great. Ernest says the World Chess Championship is going on, but I'll watch Barca win. I don't know how good your chess game is these days.
I'm not very good at chess. Careful with the long ball for Tati, who hits it into the side net. Was that not offside? Right. And what was the other comment?
The other one is from Mal3 Arctic. I'm sure that spells a name, or Malartic or something. I play for the Academy of the Falklands. The Falkland Islands are those...
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly where they are, because now I'm thinking of the Faroe Islands, but islands somewhere.
Well, the Falkland Islands were the ones that the British and the Argentinians fought over. They had a war over. But yeah, anyway, let's not get too geopolitical here. Anyway, let us know your Easter stories. If they're Barca related, even better. Right, our floor manager, Juan, here, is going to right now want to hurt me. But Juan, it's a little bit hot in here. He did ask me before, and I said, no, it's all right, it's all right.
Yeah, I'm wearing a hoodie, and
I'm sort of like on the break here, like I'm trying to almost gonna break a sweat here.
Well,
on the brink of sweating.
But that's a good thing, because the weather is loosening up outside. It's nice. This is a brilliant night for football.
We need some rain here. Here, Barca recover, and Araujo is going forward down the right flank. Araujo can put a cross inside. Araujo finds Sergio Roberto on the edge of the box. Oh, he tried to link up with Lewandowski, and that was not a good pass. It's a good move forward, and thank you, Juan, for putting or lowering the temperature of this boiling hot studio right now.
What I'm liking the most of the game is, like today, it was difficult to appear with this kind of style and game, and Barca pushing and everything after the defeat of the other day. And the team has shown that they have turned the page totally.
I see that our camera crew agree that it was quite warm in here. They're all celebrating right now. Haga así, Paul. Feia caloreta, eh? Right, Bruno, a foul on Balde.
Yes, let's see, because this is a good set piece for Barca, a good opportunity. There were some questions to Xavi about the fact that the team are not scoring many goals from set pieces this year, and Xavi said, okay, we're not scoring many goals, but we are not letting in many goals also from set pieces, and the most important thing is to defend well set pieces and then to attack well in set pieces. Let's see if this one can be a good opportunity.
Well, we're not letting in many goals, period, because we've only let in 9 in La Liga. So coming close to the 14th minute, and a set-piece opportunity for Barca. The cross will come in from the left. Sergio Roberto and Rafinha are next to the ball. You don't usually see Sergio Roberto in those situations. It's going to be Rafinha with the cross inside. Ooh! And that was a dangerous bounce there. It's a corner kick, Bruno, but yes. Almost a second own goal.
Ivan Martin clearing that ball. Yeah, Ivan Martin clearing that ball and almost scoring another own goal. Second corner kick for Rafinha. Let's see the corner kick, and then I will give you one stat that we don't like at all, and let's see if it changes today.
Oh, don't like stats that we don't like. In comes across by Rafinha, near post. The ball headed up in the air, and it'll be another corner kick for Barça. Rafinha will repeat from that right-hand side. Araujo was looking for it inside the box. It is true that we haven't celebrated many set-piece goals. Rafinha takes it short now with Sergi Roberto, who passes back to Rafinha, who passes back to Sergi Roberto. Sergi Roberto takes a touch. Can he go for the cross? Tries to go deep, tries to force the corner kick, and gets neither. Right, free kick to Girona. Sergi Roberto had to commit the foul. Bruno, give us that stat that you think we won't like.
Yeah, it's related to set pieces and direct free kicks. Actually, today can be the 100th consecutive game for Barça without scoring from a direct free kick. Last time was against Valencia, Leo Messi. So we need a direct free kick goal. We went, well, months ago on Barça Live, we were trying to guess when was going to be that goal, remember? It was in October, we were guessing, some of us in November, other ones in January. I remember a set against Getafe in January. We're still missing this direct free kick goal. We need it. Let's see if it can be today or before ending this league, but we need, I think, a goal also from direct free kick.
Hold that thought, because I'm just coming up with a question that I will ask our fans on the free kicks. As Barça
I saw
continue to look for the first
a free
goal.
kick on training this week of Ferran Torres.
Oh no, they're very good at them in training. I'm not being sarcastic, sorry.
No. They
have the ability to do so. It's just that we don't really have that many free kicks from the edge of the box.
That's also true.
Because
we play mostly out wide.
You play wide, and back in the days when there was somebody here who was really good at taking those free kicks, whose name appears on our chat a lot.
It's true.
Hold on, because Balde's cross was headed away.
And it's a corner kick, Bruno.
Fourth corner kick for Barça in 16 minutes. Another opportunity from set piece. And again, Rafinha is going to be the one taking this corner kick.
But what I was going to say is that Messi would draw fouls in that area all the time. Now it doesn't happen as much.
That is true. That is true. That is true. We play wider and we draw fouls like closer to the corner.
Yeah.
Those lateral fouls that are like set piece opportunities, but we don't get that many free kick opportunities. Here comes the cross by Rafinha, too low. Cleared away, and it's a throw-in for Barça.
But when you talk about how open this game is and how Barça haven't conceded very many, and they're dominating the game now after the first 2 minutes where both sides were getting chances, I can't even get...
Oh, the low cross by Rafinha. A lot of power on that one. It's cleared by the Girona defense. Now Araujo is going to fight for it inside the box. Up goes Ansu Fati. Lewandowski also in the fight. Girona are going to clear. Ansu keeps up the pressure. So does Koundé. Let's see if Barca can recover. Rafinha comes over to help as well, going directly there at the Girona players, but they managed to get the ball out, and now they have a chance to run. Van Martin on the edge of the box, takes the shot, and that takes a deflection. It'll be a goal kick. Sorry, no, it didn't take a deflection.
It's hard to get a word in because these teams are going back and forth, but it's not Barça, it's Girona and their style, because Girona gives up the 6th most goals in La Liga, but on the other side of that, after Barça, Madrid and Atletico de Madrid, Girona have the most goals in La Liga. So it works on both sides.
And that's why it's really important today, that pressure that the team is doing to recover those balls there, because Girona is a team that suffers with that pressure, and is where you can take your advantage.
And that quick counterattack that we just saw from Girona is not their game. That's not really what they want to do. They want to set up and take their time.
And this is our game either, but we'll take advantage of it. The transition led by Gavi inside the box. Rafinha with the right-footed cross. Too high, too much power for anyone to connect. I'm not sure if that was a cross or a shot, Bruno.
Yes, I'm thinking now again one of the statements of Xavi Hernandez yesterday on the press room. That is that probably another aspect that the team needs to improve is to take the good decisions in the final third when you are almost there having the chance. And now again, Rafinha has tried to find a shot that probably would be better to find a cross. The previous action from Ansu Fati was going alone with a shot. Gavi was alone on the far post. So, yep, these final decisions probably where the team also needs to improve a little bit. This desire from the strikers, that is always good, that they want to score goals, but on the other hand, it's also good for them if they have an eye on the rest of the teammates, because sometimes they also can have good options there.
But going back to the decision-making, I'd go earlier in that play. I think Gavi probably didn't go for the right option there, or he went too late with Rafinha, who'd already made the move, and the ball is like kind of behind Rafinha when he receives it. So it all adds up there. But regardless, a good opportunity for Barça. I think we like what we're seeing from Barça.
Yeah, and I think it was really difficult to make a cross there in the position that Rafinha was, and how he got the ball. I'm really liking what I'm seeing for Barça because we are also controlling those counterattacks from Girona, and in attack there's a lot of movements. We have seen the switch that we have not seen that much the last months, with Rafinha and Ansu Fati moving a lot up front.
And we've seen Bruno as well, a lot of high press as well, making it difficult for Girona to play.
Yes, I mean, same. I also like what I've seen from Barça, but on the other hand, there are some teams that play here at the Spotify Camp Nou. They don't create any danger. They don't have the weapons. Girona are pressing high up front and creating problems from there. Also, good counterattacks. Also, a team that, you know, they can adapt to many different ways of playing. Now, having possession, they are also comfortable with the ball. So, I see a really danger in Girona, and that they can create things from any different move. So that's why I'm concerned that Barça needs to score, because your opponent is going to have chances and is also playing.
Well, this is where they need to be careful, because Barça, I'm saying, because once Girona break that initial pressure and they're knocking the ball around in Barça's half, that's where they can be dangerous and create those chances. The ball just was taken out for a Girona throw, but they just strung together about 35 passes in succession.
Yeah, and they do that really well.
But
they are more dangerous
their
like this.
identity,
And
Right, but when they're being pressured by Barça and they have to play out of the back in that final third, that's when Barça can take advantage and get that turnover and turn it into a goal.
Right, I asked Bruno to hold that thought when we were talking about free kicks. I want to ask you guys, I want to ask the audience as well. Are we going to score a free kick before the end of La Liga? This is the 100th match without scoring a free kick, Bruno was saying, if we don't score it today. So, will we score one before the end of the league? Option 1, of course. Option 2, no. Option 3 is tonight.
I want to say yes, but
I want to say, I'll go 1. I'll go 1.
Says no, but
Maybe
I
not.
go 1 in Cornellà.
Oh, okay.
Robert would take that.
I'd take that.
He doesn't want to win the league in Cornellà, but he'd take the free kick goal.
What are you going with?
I'm going to say no, it doesn't happen. However, if it does, then I'm going with somebody's random, like Pablo Torre or something late in the season, like second to last game.
Bruno?
I'm going to say tonight. Come on, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to say tonight. On what Irati was saying about Cornellà, for that game, I will sign and register just for that one Luc de Jong. Because last year was an incredible goal, an incredible moment with that late equalizer. We love a lot Luc de Jong here, Barça fans.
Yeah.
And it would be great to, I don't know when and how, but to also have him back, you know. He was incredible in the only year he was here. And I think we all, Barça fans, we have a good memory on Luc. Even the season was a tough one, but yeah, that day against Espanyol, you just remind me about that incredible goal of Luc.
I see a bold prediction, Spence, on our live chat.
Were you talking about Apia?
Yeah, I am.
Who's saying Barça will score between the 25th and 35th minute. Love to my wife, Bertha, and Barça, from Apia in Ghana. That's so sweet.
That's very sweet.
For the sake of you
And
shouting
I
out,
like the prediction as well.
yeah, shouting out your wife, the 25th minute's coming up in 50 seconds, so you've got 10 minutes. You might want to call your wife into the room.
Okay. See if Apia gets it right. In the meantime, Girona have a chance from a corner kick on the left-hand side.
First corner kick for Girona.
They're dangerous from set pieces. That's
Bueno,
fact.
they've got David Lopez as well. Borja Garcia is the one who's going to cross it in. The veteran captain, Borja Garcia. In comes the cross, the header! Went through a jungle of Barça and Girona legs there. And made it
Like
eventually into the hands of ter Stegen.
Javier Hernandez, I think.
I
They
think
was
it was,
also
yeah.
asking for a foul there.
Well, the referee hadn't given one, and Girona with the opportunity there. Right, Oh, this is Easter stuff.
It looks like Yarg spelled
Yarg-
upside down.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what it is. I'm currently decorating eggs and stuff. Easter egg hunt is obviously one of the traditions.
We used to do that.
I know that my niece did that. Happy Easter, says Aloysius Maina. My family and I always enjoy the Triduum liturgy and then have a big family dinner on Easter Monday. I will have to educate myself and learn what the Triduum liturgy is.
I don't know either.
Alia says, well, I coloured eggs blue and red for the cause of Barça, obviously. Well, what I wouldn't.
Maybe she can send us like a picture or something.
Yeah, send us a picture, Alia. Send us a picture. You've got the WhatsApp number. Alia will show us. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and I see the match now, 5 o'clock from Australia,
Wow,
right,
that's
Jesh?
really brave,
I
yeah.
love the commitment. I love the commitment. I love the people who watch us during the night. Who do you guys think will score first? I already said Ansu.
I said Ansu too.
And Bruno said Lewandowski, didn't you, Bruno?
Yes, Lewandowski.
And Spence, you said Ansu,
Ansu.
right?
Yeah. I'm doing your research. Basically, the Triduum liturgy is starting on Thursday.
Careful, the cross by Balde. No, way up. High into the stands.
It goes from the evening of Holy Thursday to the evening of Easter Sunday. It's 4 days of various events that pass one after another. Essentially the weekend of Easter weekend.
With different events that go on there.
Yeah.
Well, sounds nice. Mine was much quieter.
Quieter in
terms of I didn't do much.
Not me either.
But anyway, we're hoping to celebrate a Barca win today, coming off of that those few days of just relaxing and not doing much. Felt like we needed it after what happened last Wednesday, and I said I wouldn't mention it anymore, and I'm trying not to. Balde. Back to Eddie Garcia. Barca started out strong, Bruno. The game has quietened down a little bit.
Yes, Barca played really good first 10 minutes. Now, also Girona have been enjoying good moments, and it's a little bit, yes, the game has slowed down now, and you know, I mean, good feelings because Barca has great chances, has enjoyed good opportunities, but on the other hand, yeah, Girona also enjoyed some chances. Let's see, but we are entering now in the key moments of always a half, the last 15 minutes. So let's see if the team can find a goal. Yeah, before halftime, we know that those moments are crucial, and we experienced it the last Wednesday. So yeah, let's see if Barca can find a goal.
Let's see. Right, 27th minute. Still looking for an opener. Barca have had opportunities mainly through Lewandowski and Ansu. Trying to keep up the high press, but Girona do have quality in playing from behind.
Yeah, they are a team, like they touch the ball really well.
And like when we were doing the press right now, Bruno, I don't know if you appreciated it from the Spotify Camp Nou live, but it did look like this is a 4-2-3-1 that we're playing with today, with Gavi in the middle, Rafinha and Ansu either side, Lewandowski up front.
Yes, exactly. Gavi is also pressing really high up front. He's important in that part of the game. And yeah, it seems it's just Gavi behind Lewandowski with the three strikers there, and Roberto and Busias, the two defensive midfielders. So absolutely agree with you, Robert, and same impression from here.
28th minute, long ball played by Gazzaniga. Alde manages to head it over to Koundé, and Koundé goes back to ter Stegen, who brings it down on his chest. It's almost 50-50 in terms of possession, says La Liga.
And just a reminder from the 11 players in the starting lineup today of Barca, Busquets is the only one with one card away from suspension.
Oh, here comes a long ball by Ansu Fati. Valde to Ansu Fati, sorry, Ansu down the left. He's got two defenders on him. He's got to hang on to the ball. There goes the pass through to Lewandowski. Got in a bit of a muddle there and loses the ball. It's a shame because Lewandowski came onto it just a little bit too strong after the pass by Ansu. Bruno, you said that Busquets is one card away from suspension.
Yes,
we also have Kessié and Ferran, right?
Exactly, yeah, Kessié and Ferran. Remember, next game is going to be in Getafe, Madrid. Well, there's something new in that trip, and it's that Barca is going to go to Madrid by train. That's great, I think, for
the environment.
Of course, the environment for sure.
Yeah.
Basically, they normally don't take the train for safety reasons, but they're going to try it. It's a little bit complicated in terms of safety reasons, but let's see how the experience goes. And if we can go more by train to Madrid, that it's just 2 hours and a half in the direct train, it's great, I think, for the environment
And for you guys in terms of travel as well, I think.
Yeah, it's always better to take a train than a plane in terms of fatigue, I think.
You've got, with airplanes, obviously the direct flight is shorter, but then you've got all the time you have to wait at the airport.
Security.
The number one thing without fail that all of the people that I can't get over them because here they come again.
Rafinha's got 2 defenders on him and he loses the ball.
The number one thing without fail that I always hear from friends, family members, people who come to visit just Europe in general from the United States is that, oh my God, train travel is so incredible. It's amazing, because it is, because you just hop on from whatever station you're at and you sit and enjoy the countryside and the scenery for a couple hours, and you wake up and you're in the city center of wherever you want to go. Whereas, as you say, with an airport, you got to go, all over the place.
And Barcelona, Madrid is just so easy train-wise.
Yeah.
It's between 2 hours and a half to 3 hours. Careful there with the cross by Balde.
But are they? I mean, normally when they fly, they charter. Are
they charter, yeah, they definitely
so
do.
for a train, how does it work? Are they taking
I don't
a
know.
private train?
It's also a charter.
Yeah.
You can book just a train for you. In this case, I mean, it's big because it's 400 seats. So apart from the players, probably they use some part of the train for some supporters to travel in the same train.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. I like that.
Was I seeing now, Bruno, that in the 30th minute the Camp Nou was chanting Gavi Gavi a little bit?
Yes, absolutely.
Love it.
He's one of the, well, if not the number one, as you know, player that is more demanded by the fans always. Gavi is just 18, and imagine how everyone is crazy with Gavi, and he's just 18. Many years that he can success here at the club.
Rafinha there tried to get it through to Koundé. His pass was intercepted. Barca recover quickly. Now Araujo has the ball under pressure by Castellanos. Araujo passes back to Ter Stegen.
Nothing there?
And
yellow card.
A yellow card for Tati.
Yes, Mateo Laud now is going to move
intense.
Tati to Castellanos. First yellow card of the game is for Tati, and now sees the yellow card for Mateo Laud.
Right, at this moment we ask you, what are you liking most about this first half? Is it Barca's strong start? Is it the Lewandowski-Ansu connection that's worked there, especially in the first minutes, creating opportunities, Levy for Ansu, Ansu for Levy? Or is it the high press, which has been working, and especially in the first minutes, creating opportunities for Barca? Bruno, I'll start with you.
I'm going to go for the opportunities, yeah.
Strong start.
Yeah.
I'm going for the high press because most of those opportunities came from high press.
Spence?
Yeah, Irati and I are in agreement today because the high press has been coming and it's been really difficult for Girona to get past that.
I like that Barca came out strong after last week.
After.
Yeah, but there's no goals on the board. It would be different if they had scored.
No, but they came out strong. They came out and made an early impact in the game, created opportunities, and the goals will come. Long ball by Busquets straight out for a goal kick. 32 minutes, and it's still 0-0 at the Spotify Camp Nou. The game has kind of died down a little bit, but we hope we get a bit more action.
For the record, Apia has another 2 minutes before he severely disappoints his wife.
Well, you can't always keep them happy.
We hope the goal comes before
that. Let's see. Maybe Apia will be right. We're 2 minutes away from that 35th minute. Oh, the pass there didn't make it to Balde. 33rd minute. Girona playing from behind with Gazzaniga.
Yeah, the rhythm has slowed down a little bit, but I think it's also because it was really difficult to keep that rhythm and intensity.
Oh, careful with that deep pass through to Tati. Tati tries to go around Eric, and it was offside anyway.
But amazing, the cross of Eric.
Offside there. Flag raised against Girona.
Now there's an helicopter flying over the Spotify Camp Nou. Yes. Surprising because I've never seen something like this during the season. I'm doubting now if it's a helicopter or even a big drum. But
if it's a drone, don't they have to stop the game?
I don't know. Is it a La Liga drum?
It happened in the Premier League. They stopped a game because a drum.
it would be something about the police for sure. I mean, flying here in this slow distance around the Spotify camera should be something about police.
What have you been up to, Bruno, these last few days? Are they there to get you?
No, I'm a good guy.
Unless he's talking about Mateo Laoz.
Oh, careful here with the Busquets recovery through to Gavi. Out of the four of us, oh, careful, the shot by Sergio Roberto. Ooh. I mean, it went really high over, but...
Have to try.
You have to try from there. Quick opportunity for Barca, the recovery by Roberto, and the quick shot. I was going to say, out of the four of us, the one that I would suspect of the least would probably be Bruno, because he's just like a quiet guy.
Yeah, I don't trust
who only gets angry about referees.
I don't trust Irati either.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
On Mateo Laoz, I have to say that I always try to defend Mateo because Marc Grau, my colleague, Catalan, he always says that he doesn't like at all Mateo Laoz, but I have to say that I like it. The way he has had some really good years. The fact is that sometimes he loses the control of the game, but not in favor against one team. It's just in general, you know. But
he definitely lost the control of the derby earlier on in this season at the Spotify
I think it's the
Camp Nou.
personality he has.
But it was not against Barça because remember that he actually showed 2 red cards to Espanyol and then VAR overruled him. But I mean, I like Mateo Laoz. I have to say that I don't have the same opinion about Gil Manzano. But in the case of Mateo Laoz, I think he's a referee that has talked a lot to the media, and I mean, I like.
All right. All right. Let's have a vote then with the live chat because Mateo Laoz is a polarizing referee. Careful there, the opportunity for Rafinha, saved by Gazzaniga. What a long ball by Ansu there.
Amazing ball, yeah.
That ball came from Ansu?
Yeah, it came.
Wow, it came from Ansu right from the.
Oh, it sure did.
From far out. What a great pass by Ansu. Rafinha managed to control it and almost scored in front of Gazzaniga. Probably Barca's best chance of the game here.
A really good hand from Gazzaniga, really good save there on the near post. It wasn't easy. 5th corner kick for Barca. Again, Rafinha taking it.
And these people are already warming up.
Rafinha, low cross. Gazzaniga saves it on the line.
Araujo wants a handball. Araujo wants a handball. Let's see a replay because Araujo is asking for a handball.
Was so
or
close.
is he directly asking that it went in? Right, Mateo Laoz saying patience here. So Araujo at the near post. Ooh.
It went in.
If that didn't, I mean, yeah, but the bracelet would have vibrated. I think it doesn't fully go in, right?
That's when you need the goal technology that we don't have in La Liga because it's so close, and from that TV image, it seemed that went in, but not clear at all. Let's see if in the VAR room they have more images, but yeah, it seemed that went in.
What? But I'm
no,
sorry.
it's
I'm sorry.
only in Europe.
Oh,
Play
I thought we had the
Play
technology.
No goal.
No.
We don't have the technology.
I had a suspicion that it didn't. Like it 98% crossed the line, and we had that earlier on this season, didn't we?
We're gonna get a replay of that, a clearer replay of that soon, guaranteed.
But you need the goal technology because you know 98%, 99% we are judging about a TV image, and the goal technology, you know, the ball has a chip to know if it's a goal or not.
Yeah, and it depends on the replay.
I'm sorry, I was misinformed
How do you
there. I
not
thought we had
have it at this point?
Yeah, why don't we? Careful here, Rafinha inside the box looking for Ansu. Low cross cleared by Girona. Ansu's going to try and foul here. Ansu's going to get called for the foul. Let's see if we get a replay here.
The thing is, like with the first replay, it seemed that cross, but the other two, it seemed that didn't. So it was really hard with those images.
I thought in the first replay that it was like a 98% situation where you've got like the last little sliver of the ball.
Yeah, the belly of the ball, yeah.
I want to assume that in the VAR room they've seen other images than the ones that we've just seen on TV. I want to assume this because if not, it's difficult to judge that just from that image to say for sure that this is not a goal.
We haven't seen very many replays. I think the best one we saw was the first one.
Yeah.
To be honest. Right. Mateo Laoz there having a word with Toni Villa and with Gavi after a little bit of an altercation. I was going to say, he's a polarizing referee. Bruno was talking about him and defending him. I want to see what the fans think. Generally, not tonight, we're not talking about tonight, but generally, Mateo Laoz, thumbs up or thumbs down? I'm going to go down.
I have to say I met Mateo Laoz once.
He talks too much.
Oh,
I met Mateo Laoz once because I was in a Copa del Rey match between Zaragoza and Celta. And I was impressed because I think referees should not have this kind of image. But he arrived there as he was the star of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Like signing autographs, saying hello to the people, taking pictures. And then when he was there on the field, he came to me and all the press, like trying to chat with us as we were friends, not knowing him. And I think that the referee should not be the main character of a game.
Careful here with Barça on the break. I'll come to you, Spence, in a second. Ansu Fati down the left after the 1-2 with Rafinha. Barça trying to attack quickly. The cross by Ansu Fati. Oh! Almost made it to Koundé, who couldn't control the ball. So see, I mean, I see some thumbs up, some thumbs down. Carolina says, dude, I just saw the replay. That went in. See this? There's one last sliver of the ball that I don't think doesn't cross the
But
the
it's
line.
hard to
But
see
it's
from there,
really, really
yeah.
close. I'm just very surprised here. I mean, it's something that I should probably know, but that we don't have the technology. Spence, your take on Mateo?
I really appreciate a referee who explains his decisions.
I do as well. I just think he over-explains.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
And he
But
likes the attention.
If Xavi is okay with Lahoz, which he said before that Espanyol game, which we agree got out of hand, because he didn't realize that the yellow card he gave to Jordi Alba was his second, so then he had to fix that by giving, hold on, we're getting a close-up replay. Yeah,
They could have stopped it when...
I don't think
it goes fully through.
No.
I don't think it goes.
I don't think this image is clear at all
No.
to see and know if this is a goal or not. So, not taking into account if goals should have count or not, you need goal technology in La Liga. I think they don't just implement
And semi-automatic offside as well.
Because it's expensive, you know, but I mean...
Here's Balde with the cross. Ansu Fati goes up for the header. It's headed away by David Lopez. Koundé picks up the rebound. Barça upping the pressure in these final minutes. Here is Rafinha. Barça attacking. Bruno, you can finish your point if you want.
So, of course, it has a cost and it's expensive, but if you want to be the best league in the world, you have to invest also in your best technologies for referees and for games. So, for me, it's difficult to understand that we still don't have goal technology, but yeah, people argue that for the less use that you don't use at all this technology just for once every 30 games, they have kind of calculated, you don't have to invest for that. That's the reason they give you from La Liga, but well, for me,
I
we
completely
need the goal
disagree.
technology.
I completely disagree. I think it's something that we should have in 2023. I also think that Sergio Roberto was lucky to get away without the yellow card right now.
Yeah, I would agree.
I was thinking that.
Just to put a bow on the situation with Lahoz, if the bottom line is, if you're a good referee and you make good decisions on fouls, and more importantly, if you can read the flow of a game and let players play, I think in this game, other than the very obvious fouls, the little contacts are being let go, which is fine. That's what you want in a game like this. You want play to flow and you want it to continue because not every game is going to be the same.
I think there's worse referees than Mateo Lahoz. I think he's really good, but the problem is like when the matches get spicy, he wants to be the main character there.
Ooh, Rafinha trying to squeeze in between two defenders. Yeah, I just think he likes the attention just a little bit too much. He tries to be over friendly with the players, and sometimes that backfires because the players what they want is to get on with it. They want an explanation, and sometimes when he doesn't feel like giving an explanation, he doesn't give it to them. So yeah,
Onward
we go.
Onward.
Right.
Just to close Mateo Lahoz thing,
Okay.
basically internationally has been one of the best ones in the last years, officiating a Champions League final, always in the World Cup, so he has this recognition internationally from UEFA and FIFA and La Liga for sure.
He does indeed, and he was in the
Ansu.
last World Cup. Here's Ansu down the middle with Lewandowski. The pass by Lewandowski straight into the powers of Gazzaniga.
Yeah, he was looking for Ansu, and Ansu didn't understand that run.
They are trying to connect those two, Ansu and Lewandowski.
In the beginning
today.
of the season, they had a really good connection. Lewandowski and Ansu, all those links between them bring Barca a lot of goals.
You know what? I'm enjoying Ansu's performance today, doing a little bit of everything.
It feels he has less anxious.
He feels a little bit less anxious today.
Yeah, and he's making the right decisions, which you're not always going to get into the game. When you make the right decisions, if you try to force yourself into the game, those can end up being the wrong decisions. So just because you haven't found the right pockets of space doesn't mean you haven't done your part in the first half. And I can look at both sides for this game because Girona's newest winter signing, Tsigankov, coming from Ukraine, has been their best player in the last 2 months, and he's been invisible.
He's been absolutely
That's true.
invisible today.
He
So
had
we
one
haven't
shot,
mentioned him yet.
I think.
We don't want that to trigger anything right now, like in terms of him appearing.
But we do want
Very
Ansu
untimely.
appearing.
Yeah,
we
of
do want
course.
Ansu, yeah. Here is Ansu, precisely.
There he
Ansu with the switch, good switch over to Rafinha. Bad touch by Rafinha, but he can still drive. Rafinha can go inside. Passes to Lewandowski, the set-up.
Ansu.
Ah!
And Ansu with the oncoming
It
shot
was a good
straight
one.
over the crossbar, a bit too high. He had a defender on him, Bruno,
Yeah.
which made it uncomfortable for him to shoot.
Yes, a shame because it was a fantastic move. Good cross from Rafinha, great touch from Lewandowski, but Ansu Fati, with a man on him, hasn't been able to take a good shot. But good attempt for Barça, at least before halftime, to increase confidence. But this game seems that it's going to end 0-0. We see the fourth referee probably is going to show 1 more minute to this first half, basically for the interruption of Araujo and Tati Castellanos in that challenge. And yes, 1 more minute confirmed of added time.
Nice, Bruno.
One
Good
token
call.
minute there of added time.
It has been a fluid
Yeah,
first
no,
half,
not, a
yeah.
lot, not a lot of interruptions, just that moment there with Araujo and Tati Castellanos, as Bruno was mentioning. Right, Ayan says, I did not know that until, well, he didn't know that there was no goal line technology. Same here. Carolina, on I can't read these guys. on 11 Sports, they did show the replay from the side of the pitch with a goal line in the center of the screen. That vantage point, from that vantage point, it went in. Okay, well, I'll believe you, Carolina. Apia says, my goal was denied. Oh, did it happen?
True.
Avia,
I feel for you.
my man.
You had the right thought. Maglinvis, a lot of Louth games turn into chaos. I agree. Oh, someone's not enjoying the game. What a sweet little image there. Right, the minute has been consumed. It's been played. I assume that once Balde puts the ball into play from this throw-in, we will go into half-time. Or will Mateu Laoz allow Barca
Get it
to
in.
have an opportunity?
Get it
here?
in.
No,
No,
he won't.
can't
he
go
won't.
backward.
Right,
No.
Barca messed around with the ball too much. It is half-time at the Spotify Camp Nou, and the score is 0-0. Goalless draw at half-time. That hasn't happened many times this season at the Spotify Camp Nou. Spencer, I'm going to give you some homework and see if you can find out how many times. No, I'll give Bruno that homework because you're going to the half-time quiz. How many times Barca have gone into half-time 0-0 this season? As always, we ask you, did you enjoy the first half? Did you not? Was it a bit average? Thumbs up or thumbs down, guys? I'm going to go thumbs up at the start, but it was starting to decline a little bit. But on the whole, thumbs up. I think we've had opportunities. We've had the right approach, just that the goal hasn't come.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Like, the team started really strong. We saw like a couple opportunities there with the high pressure and everything, but once the high pressure has slowed down, the rhythm also and the opportunities didn't came as clear as in the first minute. So we hope in the second half the team starts strong and takes the opportunities.
Thumbs up or thumbs down, Spence?
Yeah, I give it. That's a tough one. I got to go here.
Yeah,
Sideways.
thumbs sideways.
Thumbs go sideways, or in Robert's case, like this,
Like
I
this.
suppose. Yeah, like that. That's Robert's sideways. But you know, this is I think how this game could have gone too, with chances but no finishing product. At the beginning of the game, we said, who's gonna finish their chances because they'll be available? So far, the answer has been nobody.
Well, we'll see what the second half brings. We'll resume some football talk in a little bit, but we're going to leave you with Spencer's halftime quiz. He's going to keep you entertained for the next few minutes, so stick with him.
Did he once eat 44 croquetas? 44 croquetas. Well, I have to say, I am a little bit hungry.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the halftime quiz. We're excited. Everyone in the room is excited because today is a day for Catalunya. because we're here playing in a Catalan derby. It's not as spicy as if it were to be Espanyol, so we can have a little bit of fun with this. And as we always say, this is a show for everybody. So today we have to bring Girona into our hearts. It's the place where I live, and I have all of my friends and life, and I enjoy it very much, and so I want to bring you into it too. Let's talk about Girona a little bit. Let's do the halftime quiz. Let's start with something, though, that's a little bit of geography. We've been doing geography and history of La Liga. So question one is, which of these cities have the closest proximity between each other? Which is the closest, which two cities are the closest to each other? Is it Barcelona and Girona? Is it Bilbao and San Sebastian? Of course, Athletic Club and Real Sociedad. Sevilla and Cádiz, down in Andalusia. Or Valencia and Villarreal. Get your answers in. As always, I'll be reading as many off as I can right here. I'm watching you. I've got you right here in my mind. And we are off and running. So I see Joanna says A. BCN and Girona. Imad says B. Bilbao and San Sebastian. Jared Quintanilla says B. Andrea says B. Alia says, my BFF said D. We have A from Imam, A from Yarg, Andrea we had already. We have D from Venus. Nobody's saying C. Nobody thinks Sevilla and Cádiz are that close. But a lot of A's, a couple of B's, and there's one C. But no, the answer has only been right. Only two people have it right. And Alia, your BFF is in the right frame of mind. Keep that going. Answer, please. It is Valencia and Villarreal. 64 kilometers between the two. In fact, Barcelona and Girona and Bilbao and San Sebastian are pretty darn close. About an hour and 10 minutes. That's my commute to work. About an hour 10. I listen to a lot of Spanish learning podcasts in the car. Let's go to question 2. This is a subject. We're back in Girona now. We're talking about Girona history. This is subjective, but I think we can drum up a right answer from here. Who is, subjectively, the greatest athlete ever to play for a Girona team? We have 4 options here. We have Pau Gasol, Marc Gasol, 2 NBA players, Carles Puyol, and Andrés Iniesta. One of these players has played for Girona, for a Girona team. Answers coming in now. Manjapada says Gasol, but doesn't specify which one. There are 2 of them. Jules says A, Pau Gasol. Imad says C. Imam says A. MMD Ardes says B. Jared Quintanilla says A. Pau Gasol. C for Yarg. B for Joanna. Carolina, they're going very fast now. Carolina says C. I'm looking for Alia's response because Alia and her BFF right now are the 2 people who are trying to go 5 for 5, and I don't yet see it. So I'm going to give them 10 seconds or so. Get them in. Spam your answer in once or twice if you need to. Answers all over the board here for everybody. Sam says A. Nicholas says A. If I see it in the next 5 seconds, I'll give it to you, but I don't see it. So let's see an answer now. It is Marc Gasol. He actually won the Spanish League MVP back in 2008 with Girona, then went to the NBA, won a title, and now he's back with Girona. They're playing their first season in the top flight as well. And I'm sorry, Alia. Oh, there it is. I see Alia's answer. It was 2B, and that was before it got in under the wire. So 2 for 2, Alia. Well done. Still can go 5 for 5. Let's go to question 3. Now we're talking about Girona. This is the cathedral. That's where we had Luke make his picks earlier today. So the historic Girona Cathedral has been featured on what famous program? Everybody in Catalonia seems to know the answer, but maybe you don't. Is it The Lord of the Rings? Is it Outlander? Is it Game of Thrones? Or is it Vikings? A, B, C, D. This cathedral right here was featured in one of these programs. Which one is it? So Joanna says C. Nakdex says B. That is Manjapada who says... Was that C? No, B. Manjapada says C. Max says C. Alia says C, so we've got to remember that one. Alia trying to go 5 for 5. Nick Chaffee says C. We've got Kapin who says C. Imad says C. Reginald says A. Imam A. Daniel says B, and some of you do have this right. Alia said C. Is that the answer? It is! And that is an image from Season 6 of Game of Thrones. Everybody's very proud that Game of Thrones was filmed right here in Catalonia, and they should be. Let's go to question 4. Now we're talking about Girona and their shirt sponsor, which is Gospi. So their shirt sponsor is inspiring the club to do what? Is it A, making the stadium permanently dog-friendly? B, giving away jars of honey at every home game? C, create a Girona marathon that ends at Montilivi? Go, B, go. Or D, use artificial intelligence to accurately set tactics before every game? One of these is in the works in Girona. What is it? Get your answers in now. Patrick says B. Casper says A. Tomato Soup says A. Jared Quintanilla says jars of honey. B. Imad says B. PT says C. Kareem says A. Mac has C. Shabir says B. We're waiting on Alia, who's 3 for 3 today, trying to go 5 for 5. I saw Carolina get a guess in there. Pear says A. Abdullah says C. And I'm going to wait another 10 seconds. You got to get your guess in now, Alia. I'm waiting for you. Manjapada says A. Tomato Soup is making multiple guesses now, it appears. So I've got 5 seconds left. Otherwise, Alia, you're in trouble. I'm trying to hold out for you, but I need an answer. And if you get it in, we've still got a little delay. Go ahead and show us the right answer. And there's Alia. I see it. Alia says A, and that was in time because we're a little delayed here, so that's okay. Making the stadium permanently dog-friendly. Ghostbee is a pet food brand, the one that Luke eats, actually. And they're trying to let dogs into the stadium. Okay, this is a big one. Alia's trying to go 5 for 5. Question 5. Girona's historic bridge, this historic bridge right here, was designed by the same man who designed what other famous landmark? Is it the Eiffel Tower, the Sagrada Familia, the Louvre, or the Leaning Tower of Pisa? Irati's looking at it like, I think I know this one. I'm pretty sure I've got it. Nod your head yes if you know the. Yeah. They've grown up here. They know this one. Get your answers in now, please. Ash says A. Melvin says B. We are waiting on Alia, trying to make a historic 5 for 5 today. Lil Hemi says A. Kareem says B. Patrick says B. Yarg says C. Joanna says C. Imam says B. Manjapada says A. What's it going to be, Alia? You've got to get your answer in now. Alhor says A. Kareem says B. I'm going to give you another 10 seconds because I want you to get your answer, and I want to see this. And there it is. Alia says A. That's where we're going to stop. Is it the Eiffel Tower for a historic 5 for 5? It sure is! Gustave Eiffel, 1876. Congratulations, Alia. You deserved this one. Full on 5 for 5. Let's give her a round of applause, eh? I think that's well deserved.
Now, on Alia, there was a couple of messages here from Fran Martin saying, Alia, I'm waiting, I don't know this one. Someone else saying, Alia, this one is A. It's like, there was a lot of eyes on her.
5 for 5, and that's it. That's a wrap.
We've got something else, Spence, but we'll do it after going to Bruno to talk a little bit about this first half. Bruno, as always, we're asking the fans who their favorite player was in this first half. I'm going to give you 3 options, but you can vote for someone else if you feel like it's someone else. Is it Araujo? Is it Ansu Fati? Is it Rafinha? Those are the 3 options that we're giving.
Tough one, because we've seen some good moments from the 3 of them, also from other players. The team hasn't been lucky at all in front of goal. I'm going to go for Rafinha, who has created some good moves from the left. Probably has to try and dribble Javi Hernandez. He's not used at all to play so many minutes this season for Girona. So I'm going to go for Rafinha as best player of this first half. We expect a little bit more from this Barça that have played some good first 10, 15 minutes, but then game has slowed down a little bit. So let's see if Barça can start the second half like they did it in the first one. Now we have some Barça players warming up here in the field in this halftime, but we don't expect changes at least right now for the second half. 0-0 at the Camp Nou.
Thank you, Bruno. I'm going to go for Rafinha. Sorry, not Rafinha. You went for Rafinha. I'm going to go for Ansu Fati. My brain just had a little muddle there. I thought Ansu was very active, providing passes, providing opportunities, looked fresh. Connecting with Lewandowski as well. It's a good version of Ansu that we've seen in this first half.
I totally agree with you. Like, we haven't seen Ansu's goal, but I think this season, or at least this year, it has been one of the best performances of Ansu. Like, he looks less anxious. He's taking the right decisions, like connecting and trying to connect with Lewandowski, also creating space. I remember that long pass he made to Rafinha. So for me, it's Ansu.
Hi to Tommy Angelo, who keeps saying hello from South Korea. Hi there from South Korea.
Wow.
I mean, we appreciate you watching from such a distance. Spence, best player of the first half.
For me, it has to be someone in attack who's making an effort, but it's tough. So I think Lewandowski was the player who had his chances and got into the right spaces. It's going to take a moment, though, a mistake from Girona to try and capitalize on to get that goal in the second half.
Before the second half starts, Spence, we have a mystery guest who no longer is a mystery guest at the Spotify Camp Nou.
Not anymore.
It's just a guest.
The mystery is gone.
So she's a guest.
Yeah.
Let's see what she has to say.
Well, I'm inside the stadium. The place is massive. What excitement. I've got the field behind me with a beautiful sunset shedding over Barcelona, FC Barcelona. They're practicing on the field. I've got some nice people sitting next to me. And I can't wait for this game to start. Awesome. Oh, let's go. Come on. You can do it, number 10. Nice. Oh, I've been watching my kids play soccer for 10 years. I still don't know the rules. I'm so sorry, Spencer. But it's still so much fun to watch. Enjoying every minute of this game.
Round of applause. Round of applause.
I mean, she's such a mom.
Hard.
She's such a mom. She's my mom. You know, she doesn't know anything about the sport. Obviously, Ansu Fati has done something to catch her attention, which we like to see.
Yes, the number 10.
Yeah.
That was Ansu, yeah.
She doesn't know the players. She doesn't know the rules, but she wanted to be here, and I'm glad you guys did this.
Fill the live chat with applauses for Spencer's mum. They're following the game. Hopefully she can celebrate a goal at Spotify Camp Nou. Bruno, substitution times for both teams.
Yes, for Girona, Aleix Garcia coming on for Borja Garcia. And for Barça is Kessié coming on for Sergio Roberto. So yes, in the end, changes for both teams at halftime. Let's see, position for position in both cases. So let's see how Aleix Garcia, of course, an outstanding player, and Kessié coming on for Roberto, they perform in the second half.
So a substitution there for Barça as the applauses come in for Spencer's mum and for the substitutions as well. We want applauses for Franck Kessié coming on in the second half, replacing Sergi Roberto. Kessié, who played well the other day at the Spotify Camp Nou, and his performance was only tainted by that penalty that gave Real Madrid the opportunity to score their third goal. Let us know on the live chat, do you like that substitution? Do you like that Franck Kessié is coming on for this second half? Right, as those answers come in, Girona will have the first possession. The second half gets going, the ball is rolling.
And you were telling about Kessié, and I think until the penalty he committed, it was by far the best match he has done as a Barca player.
I was going to say he was probably Barca's best player in that game.
Yeah.
This substitution, though, these pair of substitutions are very important, and I want to speak completely objectively here, right? Kessié, in this position with Girona controlling the ball, putting Aleix Garcia into the game, he has to be in the right spots to not get beaten in the midfield and let Girona get that space in behind. That's really important now in the second half because Aleix is one of those controlling midfield guys, but he's coming off of an injury.
He is indeed. Now the deep ball through to Balde down the left-hand side. Balde tries to get through. Balde is pulled down. Foul called against that now, right, Bruno?
Yes, it was a clear foul. We were asking the foul from here. Now Barça attacking in the opposite part where we are, but it was really clear. Now we also saw the replay. So another good set piece for Barça in this kind of corner kick, but from a closer position. So Rafinha again taking this corner kick. Let's see, because there are some Girona players warming up, but no Barça players yet.
Right, let us know as soon as some Barca players are warming up. 46th minute, a chance for Barca with a mini corner here. Rafinha's going to swing it in. Very close to the box. In comes the cross by Rafinha. Oh, the oncoming header there by Eric Garcia. And you don't usually see him get into those positions. Eric almost scoring Barca's first.
He was flying. He entered with everything. I thought it was Araujo in the first time. Because he was strong.
Yeah, he came in really strong, free of mark. And Eric just couldn't put the ball in the right direction there.
He hasn't scored this season,
He scored,
right?
yeah, he scored one at the Pizjuan.
Ah, okay, yeah, remember now.
3-0.
Across by Koundé, right?
Yeah, it was a cross that came in. Koundé headed it back in, and then Eric scored in front of the empty goal. His first goal as a Barca player, his first and only goal as a Barca player so far. Almost scored there, Bruno. Eric Garcia, but came very close.
Yes, really good opportunity for Eric, and completely agree with that. It seemed that was Araujo or someone else coming with this power, but no, it was Eric, who is having a really good game so far here, winning another challenge in the air. Since Eric Garcia was back in the lineup against Elche, showing good performances, and it's great to have a player like Eric Garcia also. Using these minutes after the injury of Christensen, that of course leaves one spot open here in defense between Alonso. Now today is Eric, taking well these minutes, Eric Garcia.
Now Eric having to run back.
Flag.
There's an offside called against Girona there. Barca are going to try and play quick from behind with ter Stegen. Did we find out how many times Barca have gone into halftime 0-0 at Spotify Camp Nou this season?
I don't know if Bruno got into anything, but the stats that I have quick access to right now don't give me all the halftime scores right away.
I would say, obviously, the Rayo game, which ended 0-0. Do you remember another one, Bruno, that we went into halftime 0-0?
At the Spotify Camp Nou.
At Spotify Camp Nou?
From the 1-0 victories, don't you think any of them ended in 0-0 at halftime? I'll have a look now and I'll tell you something. What I can tell you right now, sorry, quickly, is the attendance today, 78,425 spectators, so almost 80,000 spectators here. Great attendance, taking into account, of course, that it's 9 p.m. Kickoff, and then tomorrow people has to work.
Yeah, and also it was a red day here. People were having other plans.
I can help you here just going through the games. Maybe you can give me quick.
Right, wait a minute. I'm thinking.
So Rayo, yes. Valladolid, no.
No.
Elche, no.
No.
Celta was 1-0.
Was 1-0. We scored in the first half, Pedri.
Villarreal.
The recovery by Busquets trying to connect with Rafinha. No, that was first half goals.
Athletic Club was 4-0.
4-0.
Almeria was 2.
No,
2-0.
At the Camp Nou in the league is just
Almeria.
Rayo, and this one, well, Almeria away.
No, Almeria,
No, okay.
Almeria 2-0 at Camp Nou. The 2 goals came in the second half, I believe.
I'm checking.
Dembele and De Jong.
Yeah.
Yep.
Sevilla as well, correct?
Exactly. So
Well
Sevilla, Almeria, and Rayo, and this one. So it's this
Espanyol,
4.
no.
And
Getafe, no.
you have to add Real Sociedad in the cup also.
True.
Okay. So yeah,
So it's more
4
than
plus
we
1.
thought.
Yeah, it doesn't happen usually.
Stat courtesy of Mark Brouw, that I have it here on my left. That has helped me a little bit. Well, we can show him. Here it is.
Mark, score prediction
Mark,
quickly.
Score prediction quickly.
Before the game, I would say 3-0, but for now, 1-0 is good.
Okay, we'll leave him that he's in the comments for Catalan channel, but yeah, 1-0. It's a good result, though. We have to continue this strike.
It's the league result. It's the year
Let's see.
result.
First, Barça players now warming up. Jordi Alba and Ferran Torres.
Right, we're asking you, who would you like to see in the second half? Ferran Torres, Pablo Torre, or one of the youth players like Casado or Estanis or Alarcón or Alex Garrido, who we saw get to make his debut the other day. Jordi Alba is also another option. He has started his warm-ups now. Bruno, who would you like to see?
I would like to see Alex again, Alex Garrido.
I'd like to see one of the youth players as well. I'd like to see Ferran as well.
This isn't a game for a youth player just yet.
Yeah.
Not
They
yet,
got to
no.
get a couple of goals before we
Why
throw
not?
somebody on.
Or maybe
I-
you could argue it is.
I don't agree here on Spence. I mean,
Like if you are brave enough to bring them, like why not? They might
Cross
have
by
that
Valde,
extra.
careful, volley by Koundé into the stands.
we have to remember that Gavi, Pedri, even Balde, all these bets were solid bets and during the whole, I mean, all games. And it's true that the resources on that time were not the same ones as now. But if you believe on a youngster, why not? And I mean, okay, the game today it's really open, but you still have a really good advantage in the league. So I mean, it's not that you're playing or nothing today. So
Yeah,
why?
And
you
also
know-
they bring an extra motivation to the game. It's not like a normal player entering, you
Yeah.
know?
Absolutely. The minutes that Garrido played the other day in Elche were incredible, at least in terms of intensity. So if the game slows down, you are doubting something. Sometimes fresh legs from youngsters are great.
I'll take it back. I think that's a good point. So then if you're going to do that, then I think it has to be an attacking style player like Estanis or Alarcón so that they can get their opportunity without fear of losing the ball and you know, bad things happening with a mistake at the back.
I'd like to see Stanis get his shot. Careful, because Girona almost created an opportunity there, but Busquets was brilliant at intercepting, and now he plays a wonderful
No.
long ball through to Rafinha. Oh,
Oh.
Gazzaniga comes
Didn't
out
he
of his
touch
box
one?
Wow.
and brings it down on his chest and clears. Oof. That
He was
very
way
close.
out
It was,
of there.
it was a
Yeah.
great ball by Busquets, and Gazzaniga had to come way out.
Oof.
Brings it down on his shoulder, no handball. Bruno, you were about to say?
No, with the chest, legal action here from Gazzaniga, who is having a good performance today. It's kind of these goalkeepers who is capable of the best things or of the worst ones. We can say that today at least he's performing well and with good chances. Well, good touches like this one. I was going to say.
He had that one good save against Rafinha, the long ball by Ansu, and obviously we count as a save as well the almost Araujo goal. He was the one who kept it out.
Absolutely, and yeah, the corner kick from that action is the one that you were talking about, Rafinha, with a great hand there in the near post.
And also the almost own goal. He had to run.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's
It
true.
was not
True as
his
well.
mistake, it's true, and he reacted
saved
really
it,
well.
yeah.
True, true. Now Balde trying to recover, but Girona attacks Sigankov. Sigankov tries to get around Eric Garcia. Wonderfully defended by Eric, getting his body in front of Sigankov. Gavi came over to help. Girona still have the ball. On the right-hand side, Aleix inside, Sigankov again. Followed by Eric Garcia. Ball goes back to Oriol Romeo, who switches over to his left. Romeo again. He's got pressure by Ansu Fati. Girona with the ball, and they do look comfortable with it.
Oriol Romeo, he's the big reason. Came over from the Premier League, from Southampton, and he just very rarely loses the ball in bad situations.
Well, he's a Barca
yeah.
product, Oriol Romeo. He grew up in La Masia. He's part of the generation of Marc Bartra, Muniesa, of Thiago Alcantara as well. I think Thiago's 1 year older than him. Sergio Roberto as well. All of these players are around 91, 92, that kind of generation that produced lots of great football players as well. Martin Montoya was there as well. Careful with Girona attacking. In fact, the two Girona midfielders right now, Aleix Garcia and Oriol Romeo, are products of the Barca Academy.
I didn't know Aleix was there too.
Aleix was
Yeah.
there as well for a little while.
And Arnau,
And Arnau as well.
defender, Arnau Martinez.
And you can tell the style they play. Like it's a pretty similar style of Barca. They like the ball and they like to attack more than defend.
In fact, Oriol Romeo went on a popular podcast here in Catalonia. It's called La Sutana. And
Oh, easy now.
Careful here, the opportunity for Tati, through ball. Tati. Oh, he sends it wide.
He missed.
He missed.
And
Oh
it was
my
no
God.
offside. It has surprised me a lot that Tati, when he has controlled the ball, the first thing he has done has to see the sideline and see the linesman. And once he's seen that the flag wasn't raised, has run and has
Wasn't
missed this
offside.
There was
1-1.
not.
No, but look at the images now. How Tati has an eye on the linesman is something that it's not common to see, and then he misses the action.
Oh,
Barca got off. Oof, they were
Oof,
very
yeah.
lucky there. Unusual finish by Tati Castellanos, who
a
would
real
have
big advice of what Girona has there. We have to close this.
close call there for Barca.
I'm still surprised how he has had time to look at the linesman first of all, say, okay, I'm on side, and then concentrate for the 1-to-1. I mean, it's really difficult.
Now the cross by Rafinha inside, Lewandowski with a header. Ansu can't pick it up. Oof. And Ansu was offside anyway. Barça just got quite lucky there with the Tati miss. Have to be very careful with this nil result. I've just finished my thought. Oriol Romeu explained on this podcast once that they asked him if there's anything that does he look at his games? Is there anything that he feels like he has to correct? And he said that the thing that bothers him the most is when he loses the ball, and that he seeks advice from Xavi Hernandez as to what to do when that thing happens. And there was a little story there of the reply that Xavi Hernandez gave him, that when Xavi said, look, my games, whenever I lost one single ball, I felt the worst when that game was over.
No, he doesn't lose the ball often, and I thought he was a great signing for them coming into the year when they needed something to fortify their attacking style. And he came in.
Fix everything, because the first games of La Liga for them were like,
they were tough.
Yeah.
They had just won the playoffs, so they had played games more recently than anybody else. And then he came in and he scored the winner late in his first game at Montilivi against Valladolid. And since then he's just been pretty much unstoppable.
I think the story, I'm just remembering it here on the trot, the story was that they found out, looking back at his games, that in the final 20 minutes of games was when he lost the ball a lot. And he sought advice from Xavi, and he says, look, every completed pass, it has to be like a goal to you, and every time you lose the ball has to be like a goal conceded. You need to make it feel that way, as if every pass is the last one that you make. And in that sense, he increased his, he improved his performance. Sorry, good chance for Barca. Long ball for Gavi. The shot deflected. Corner kick. Bruno.
Corner kick for Barca. A really good chance for Gavi. Probably one of the best ones in this second half. And again, another corner kick. Again, Rafinha is going to be the one taking it. Girona preparing substitutions. Estuani is going to come on.
And Spotify Camp Nou increasing the volume now, Bruno, sensing that the team needs support.
Absolutely. An incredible attitude once again from the Spotify Camp Nou.
Here comes the cross by Rafinha. And it was Lewandowski there.
They're
fighting
getting
for the
to
header.
them. They're getting to those first balls every time.
Bruno, substitutions?
Yes, no, Estuani is going to come on. Top scorer of Girona, actually. So 7 goals has he scored so far this year. A player to take into account. Another player from Girona that is getting prepared. And for Barça, just Ferran and Alba warming up. No movements yet.
Right, we had a comment here that is of the Irati Vidal line of thought.
Yeah,
if we win this, we might win La Liga title on matchday 34 against Espanyol. That would be great. I'd rather win it at Spotify Camp Nou.
For me, it's like the perfect scenario. Like, if you have to choose one opponent, it must be Real Madrid or Espanyol.
More comments. Mac Lumby says they need to get started. If I'm going to get my prediction right, 5-1, it will probably end 1-0 as usual. Well, yeah.
We hope so.
Starting to look that way. Let's go. We want to see a goal, says Radka. So do we.
Yeah.
So do we. Paul Case says, Girona away, we scored in the second half. That is true. The Pedri goal came in the second half. It was 0-0 at half-time. Any more comments? Yes. Hey, what is your favourite match this season so far?
For me, it's
La Liga. Let's keep it to La Liga.
I was going to say the Super Copa against Real Madrid.
Yeah, no, we have to stick to La Liga. I mean, the Clásico is a good one. Clásico is a good one. I like the Betis game at the Villamarín. That was a very good Barca performance.
I have really bad
2-1.
memories, so it's really
La Liga,
hard
you're
to
saying?
Yeah.
choose.
It's a tough one this year. I have to think about it.
Bruno? We can't hear you, Bruno.
I'm going to say a game that probably, I don't know if it's known for the great football, but that was crucial for me. You're going to say that, oh, it was really soon. And I told to all my colleagues on that trip that for me was a key victory, and it was just match day 2. But I'm going to say Anoeta, Real Sociedad.
That was very good
Barça
game.
drew against Rayo Vallecano, Madrid won on match day 1, so you were 2 points down, you know. I mean, yes, it was just match day 1, but it was an important day. Anoeta is a tough place, and I'm going to say Anoeta. It was a crazy match. So, yeah, I'm going to go for that one.
And I know which one that you also enjoyed, Bruno, at the Civitas Metropolitano.
Oh, yeah. Oof. That one was a tough one. This was an incredible win, 1-0.
And
really
Araujo
suffered
saving on
much.
the line.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I also think that there was a crucial one. It was against Villarreal that we suffered to
Oh,
keep
1-0
that
win there.
1-0 win, and I think it was important for the rest of the season.
And you said, which one did you say, Robert?
Either the Clásico or the Betis one.
Nobody said Osasuna?
Oh,
True. And just
I
before
don't know if
the
I
World
enjoyed
Cup,
that though. I enjoyed the Rafinha goal.
Yeah, but the way in which we won and then getting the break after that to go top of the table.
Careful here. Busquets is going to feed it out wide to Rafinha. In comes the cross by Rafinha. Looking for Lewandowski. It's headed away by Bueno. Are the fans saying anything on the live chat, Spence? Any of these games? I
Let's
can't
take a
see
look.
any.
I saw Villarreal thrown out there.
Villarreal at home was a good game.
Yeah.
It was a good first half, a 3-0.
Yeah, someone says 3-2 Villarreal.
There was
but
no such thing
It didn't
this
happen. It didn't happen this year.
Girona has introduced some changes.
Yeah.
Stuani for Tati Castellanos. Tati Castellanos went off frustrated, knowing the chance that he has missed, of course. Really clear 1-1, the best chance of the game. And Couto has come on also for Toni Villa, so double change for Girona.
Couto, who'd been out injured as well for quite a long period of time. So Girona getting their players back for this final run of the season. Barça playing in Girona's half. Let's see if we can see the first goal arrive. Eric Garcia is going to switch it over to Rafinha. He manages to control the ball in front of Javi Hernandez. Rafinha back to Koundé. Koundé with a cross. Headed away by Oriol Romeu. We don't want to fall into that trap of putting in just too many crosses.
Yeah, not that early.
And we're not quite there yet because we've still got half an hour to play in this game, but it's worth noting that Girona have put up a total of 1 clean sheet all season.
Oh,
That came against Valencia at home.
seems very low tally. Careful with Rafinha with a shot.
Oh,
It took a
yeah.
deflection, which could have been dangerous. Corner kick, Bruno.
Yes, another one for Barça. Again, another opportunity here with this deflection in this shot. And once again, Rafinha to take the corner kick. Let's see if the magic of Araujo, the power of Lewandowski can appear in this corner kick.
Rafinha is going to put the cross inside from the right. Here it comes, the curler looking for... Oh, Gavi was in the right position there. It's headed away, and Barca will get the throw in on the opposite side with Kessie and Balde.
We need a little bit more of movement. Like there's something lacking there.
You don't want to recover the ball. The foul by Gavi on Arnau. No more movement on the sidelines, Bruno?
No, same two players, Ferran and Alba warming up. Xavi still watching the game. Doesn't receive any advice from Oscar or Sergio. It's always when the substitutions are introduced, when there is a chat between the staff. So well, things continues like this.
Right, 63 minutes. Still 0-0. We've had the opportunities, especially in the first half. Girona definitely had a great opportunity to take the lead, wasted by Castellanos, warning Barca of
Big warning, yeah.
what a little distraction can...
95% of the possibilities it would have gone in.
I mean, you look back at that and you'll watch the highlights on Barca TV Plus after the game. It should have been a pass to a goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a wide open pass there.
Same question again, because there have been no goals. Who will score Barca's first? Is it going to be Ansu? Is it going to be Lewandowski? Is it going to be Rafinha? I'm still going Ansu.
I'm staying with Ansu also.
I don't know, back to the Tati Castellanos chance. I'm thinking about other matches. Getafe, for example, here in the Camp Nou. Some Getafe players that missed really clear one-to-ones. The Ter Stegen effect, to have him in front of you, if, of course, for a player, it makes you doubt more or be tense because, well, you know, he's a top goalkeeper. And I'm trying to think, because I'm trying to remember many one-to-ones here at the Camp Nou this year.
Almeria,
where
Ramazzani.
Exactly, the opponents missed clear ones.
And also because he jumps into the player really fast, and that impressed the player.
I think it's multi-factor as well. There's two things at least. One is the Ter Stegen effect, obviously having one of his best seasons in his career, and he's good at one-on-ones, and you try to get it around him. The other thing is the opportunity to score the goal, which gives your team the lead at Spotify Camp Nou, which also gives you added pressure because it's a big moment for you, and it just makes you have that little bit of doubt before you finish, right? You try to get too cute with the finish, maybe.
Yeah, and in this case, he was also looking for the referee, so you can focus.
Ferran Torres is going to be the next substitution for Barça after que sea for Roberto at halftime. Ferran Torres, second change for the Blaugranas.
Right, is it Ansu, is it Rafinha, Bruno? What do you think?
I think it's going to be Ansu, but I don't know if I would pick Rafinha. I would have to say that Rafinha has been more involved than Ansu in the game, so probably it's going to be Ansu, yes.
I think it might be Ansu as well.
And I think that the answer of who's going to score the goal for Barça could be
Ferran.
a bench goal. Yeah, Ferran could be that guy, especially considering the confidence he's got after what he did against Elche.
Yeah, true. Now a long ball for Sigankov to chase, sorry. The left-footed cross inside the box. No trouble there for Ter Stegen. Come on, Cassier. Cassier's going to slow down.
Yeah, and Lewandowski was asking to speed it up.
Sort of allowed Girona to regather defensively. Barca still have the ball. Here is Rafinha. Rafinha back to Busquets. Busquets plays with Eric Garcia. Barca with the build-up. Eric into the middle. Gavi, the turn. Defended by Romeu. Gavi drives. Gavi out wide with Koundé. The cross by Koundé. Cleared up in the air by David Lopez. Another corner kick. Bruno.
Another one. Let's see if Xavi introduces now the change. Yes, it seems that he's going to make it a substitution now. So it's going to be Ferran for Ansu Fati. Yeah, no surprises at all. Rafinha has been much more involved than Ansu in this game so far. So Xavi keeps his confidence on Rafinha and gives now the chance to Ferran for these last 23 minutes.
Ansu off, Ferran on. Feel the light out with applauses for Ansu Fati and support for Ferran Torres as well. See if he can become the scorer. Did it last week against Elche.
Can be here.
In comes the cross by Rafinha straight into the hands of Gazzaniga. And now Girona try to run. Jan Couto with the switch. Careful here, Sigankov. Sorry, Arnau. What's Arnau doing all the way up there on the left-hand side? Arnau gets away. Arnau tries to get around Busquets. It was fortunate that Rafinha didn't catch him there with the tackle.
All right, on the edge of the box.
Yeah. Same
Also
spot
playing
of,
from behind.
Of Cassier penalty the other day.
Baldi. Barca under pressure there. Lewandowski had to come back. Is there a foul called? Yes, Bruno, right? Or is
yes.
Yeah.
Another foul called by the linesman. Another thing that I really like from Mateo, he believes a lot on the linesmen, and if the action is close to them, most of these fouls are called by the assistants. So yeah, another foul. 24 minutes in the clock, guys. 0-0.
Yeah.
We need a goal. It can be another 1-0 night. We would sign it, I think, now, all of us.
Yeah, I would sign it right now.
But yeah, Barca needs to start creating a little bit more because we are entering now in the second half of the second half. So, well, let's see. Marcos Alonso now is going to join Jordi Alba in the warm-up. Well, he's going to replace, actually, Jordi Alba because he's not anymore. And Pablo Torre is also here with Marcos Alonso warming up.
Okay.
And the difference is, right now, the way that Girona are playing compared to the way we've seen other teams play in these situations, especially against Barça at the Spotify Camp Nou, they're not wasting time yet.
No.
They're not trying to see the game out. They're trying to score.
Which is something that we appreciate.
But it also means less extra time, less stoppage time at the end of the 90.
True.
But it's real football you play.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, no,
when they add, like, even the extra time, you don't play that extra time because they continue losing time. So
Way more watchable.
Yeah.
Like, so much more enjoyable to see it this way.
Like this game in a neutral point view, it's a really good game. And be careful because Roro is entering.
Yes, Bruno, substitution for Girona.
Substitution for Girona and another incredible player, Riquelme, coming on now for Sigankov. That's also Girona, bench. Mitchell surprises a lot with Estuani most of the games coming from the bench. With Riquelme, that I don't really understand, and well, Spence will explain me why, because he follows more Gironas day by day, but why Riquelme is not starting always, because for me he's a crucial player, and now
For
he's
me
going to
he's-
enjoy 20 minutes, but they're coming on now. Yeah, final substitution for Girona. Well, they still have one more window, yeah, because they made one at halftime, so yeah, they still have one window.
For me, he's the most talented player Girona has.
On loan from Atletico de Madrid.
He has the best goal of the season, maybe second best after Arnaud's goal coming a week ago. But
That was a good goal as well.
but he is that a foul against
Oh,
Barça?
it was a head-on-head clash between Ferran and Arnau. Bruno Arnau
Yes.
went down in a heap.
Collision now, really quickly, the doctors from Girona coming on to attend Arnau. Let's hope that it's nothing there on that action. He's still down. And at this same time, Jordi Alba is getting changed to come on. It's going to be next Barça change, Jordi Alba.
I don't think there was a head-on-head collision, was there?
No, there's no head.
No, there's no contact between
Shoulder
the heads.
to shoulder.
Maybe a shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
It's two players
It's maybe
colliding in the air. but-
it's when he fell down. Maybe he fell down in a bad way, and that's why he needs the medical attention.
Just going back to the point about Riquelme, in general with Girona, they have so many options in attack, especially because Stuani comes off the bench now, and Sigankov was one of the winter signings, or the only winter signing for them. And they paid 5 million euros for him, which for Girona is a lot of money to spend on a player. So they've got all these different options, and Mitchell's trying to come up with ways to incorporate everybody and get the best out of them on any given day. I agree with you. Riquelme is probably the most talented.
Yeah, like he gives you that extra thing. Like it's a special player. Like you know, like from nowhere he can bring like a nice opportunity. He has 1-versus-1 situations. Like also amazing finishing. And for me, is the most talented player that Girona has.
Sometimes with him, 90 minutes is too much to ask. So this is where you try and get the best out of him while everybody else on the pitch is tired.
Careful with Girona attacking now as the game has restarted.
Yes, during this interruption, Xavi has kind of asked for a timeout, has been chatting with most of the players, trying to give some instructions for this final part of the match. We just see now how Jordi Alba is getting prepared, and well, Girona with possession now.
Girona with possession, 73rd minute almost. Girona attacking down the left. Riquelme with the low cross. Oof. The deflection into the side netting. We did not need another own goal like we had in the Clásico.
They're advising.
Immediate impact, and Koundé's been playing for 75 minutes, and Riquelme just comes on. He went right by him.
It was Araujo again with the little deflection, which almost caught ter Stegen again. Right, the first corner kick for Girona, is that right?
In the second half.
Yeah, they'd already had one. La Liga's count is not correct there. The header, ooh. Right, Ferran is going to chase it. Can he keep it out? No. So Girona have a throw-in on the right-hand side. Jan Couto. Gavi comes in to defend. Gavi wins it back. Gavi clears.
Nope.
Girona trying to push Barça back. Lewandowski, hey, that's a foul.
Yellow.
Yeah.
That's a foul. No yellow card.
Come on.
And this should have been a yellow card because it was a counter-attack. The player has grabbed Lewandowski. Fans angry here at the Camp Nou, and Barça gonna now, introduce this new change with Jordi Alba coming on. Let's see who is the player that comes off for the Blaugranas is Rafinha. So let's see.
Oh, Barça going up front?
Yeah, let's see if Jordi Alba is gonna play up front.
Yeah, Balde.
Or Balde, let's see.
But
Bruno,
we have
after that foul, are you still saying that you like Mateo Laoz?
Yes. I mean, for a one yellow, for one yellow card, it's not gonna change many years of.
Whoa! Hey!
It is a match between Bruno and Mateo. And
I don't know if it's too much. I don't know if it's too much. I mean, I like him, but I don't know if I like him so much to be impaired with Mateo.
Yeah, I would think he'd give you a headache by the end of the night. Right, long ball. So who's the winger now? Is it Jordi Alba or is it Balde?
It's Jordi. Jordi's up front now with Ferran in the right, Jordi in the left. So in their natural positions, Lewandowski, of course, number 9.
There was another game in the recent months that we played with Balde and Jordi Alba in the second half.
But in that one, I think it was Balde, the one up front.
Yeah.
So today, that's the change. This is Jordi up front.
Right, Barca trying to recover. Gavi. Jordi Alba fighting to get the ball back, and he gets it. Alba, inside pass to Lewandowski. Lewandowski tries to turn. He's going to be called for a handball. Right, a quarter of an hour remaining. What do Barca need, guys? Do we need more crosses? Do we need more link-ups? Do we need to create more chances at the set piece? That is the question that we are posing to you. I say more link-ups, but I think that we're going to get more crosses.
I think it's got to be...
With Alba coming in especially.
It's got to be more patience, because this is exactly what we saw in the second half of the game on, was it Wednesday? It was a lot like this, impatience, just trying to go really fast.
Oof.
Yes, yellow card for Estuani after
An orange.
using his elbow there against Eric Garcia. So clear yellow card for Estuani, who was complaining. But yeah, this time the Uruguayan has been booked.
I mean, kind of orange tending towards the next evolution of the color.
There has been a bit of debate because on Saturday's match, Tchouaméni also did a really tough challenge.
That was a red card.
This was a red card. Many people were saying orange, but careful.
Careful, Gavi, inside. Lewandowski, go Levy,
See?
go Levy,
Vamos.
go Levy.
Oh, no.
The extra touch.
It's still there,
Slowed him
it's
down.
still there,
He's still there.
it's still there.
He's still there, battling. He's dispossessed by Arnau. Balde now tries to win it back. Bit of a muddle inside the box. Oh, Levy, the extra touch there.
Ah.
Wow, and I think Arnau played that with his head the way Gavi did to get it out of the box. It was really hard to see, but we might get another look at that. I think he did.
We have a fight now, Busquets with Mateo.
Clear foul by
Lewandowski on Porto.
And well, about this debate, there have been some recent tackles in La Liga that this is kind of orange actions, and there was a debate if football has to change in this aspect to introduce another card, like yellow, orange and red. I imagine it's difficult, but yes, sometimes these kind of tackles that is almost a red, but it's too less for a yellow, too much probably a red, so it's difficult.
The one that you were referencing was not too much for a red. That was a straight red. But Arnau doing a Gavi there.
He did the same. He played it out with his head. They showed the replay.
So
ridiculously dumb.
Younger generations, they
So
don't
dangerous.
scare. Yeah.
So dumb.
They're not scared of anything.
Right, Barca playing from behind. Kessié out to Koundé. Koundé weighing his options there. Careful there. He loses the ball in front of Riquelme, and now he's going to have to run back and defend. Fortunately, Riquelme had few options, and Eric Garcia can intercept. Now Busquets out wide. Ferran, he's got Jordi Alba on the opposite side. Lewandowski making a run. Ferran drives inside. Ferran. Going to switch it over to Jordi Alba. Alba, can he put a cross inside? Here comes the cross by Alba, headed away. Now Balde picks it up on the edge of the box. Busquets out wide. Alba.
See?
Oh,
No! That was the most clear one.
David Lopez cleared it over the crossbar. Good chance there for Barca. We're wasting no time in taking the corner kick. Ferran Torres is going to head over.
10th corner kick for Barca, and yes, this time is Ferran, of course, with Rafinha not anymore in the field.
In comes the cross by Ferran Torres. Gazzaniga's going to come out and pick up the ball.
And we saw there the answer of the question we were asking. What the team needs is more link-ups, more speed, more movement, and more link-ups, because then situations like this come up.
Maybe an unlikely scorer today, says Ama Yaya. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I mean, do we get a
Like
first Koundé goal, for
even
example?
if it's Ter Stegen or Mateo Laoz.
Boy,
Those of us who said more than 3 goals should start reducing the number, says Apia. That was me.
Good news, I think, for Barca is the way Jordi Alba is changing the game with good crosses from the left. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Jordi Alba, and he can help a lot the team for these final 10 minutes.
Thank you.
yeah,
for that comment.
Robert. Yeah, buddy. You got that blue on today.
I do have that blue on today. I wanted to mix it up. I hadn't worn this one in a while. It was I'm moving, so I went into my wardrobe.
Into the archives.
I went into my wardrobe basically to start packing up, and saw this, and I said, I haven't worn this in a while. Anyway,
This could
10
be a
minutes
time
remaining.
for a Balde winner.
Oh.
You know,
If
good.
there was an unlikely scorer, guys, on the live chat, who would you like it to be? I'm going to go Koundé. Spencer's going to go Balde.
No, I really don't want.
Varane. Fouled.
I really
Is
don't.
Jordi Alba an unlikely
He's
scorer?
unlikely.
Yeah.
He's unlikely
I would
enough.
love Jordi Alba because it seems he's changing the game right
Yep.
now.
And I really don't want to shave my head right now, actually. So
Bruno, if there was an unlikely scorer?
Ooh, I will go for Koundé. Come on, to Koundé.
First goal for
Yeah.
Barça. He hasn't.
Exactly. His final change prepared for Girona is going to be Valeri, who I think also was playing in La Masia some years, Valeri.
I think so, yeah. I think you're right. I'm not 100% sure. But I think I've heard that mentioned. Right, set piece
Ter
opportunity for
Stegen.
Barça.
This is
Yeah, Ter
like-
Stegen is not an
maybe
option.
not.
Well, maybe in the last.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go up. Guys,
Can be here.
pull off the win. Ferran Torres is going to cross it in. Koundé's in there, Araujo's in there. In comes the cross by Ferran. Is a foul called? No,
No,
there's no
no.
foul called inside the box.
Yeah, but why is the referee pointing?
I don't know. Ball crossed by Busquets. Headed up in the air again by David Lopez. Now Romeo is going to run away with it. And he's just so good, isn't he? At finding the right passing option, not losing the ball.
Someone
Girona
says
play
the
from
goal
behind.
is going to be in minute 88. Too late.
I mean, you're running out
Made
of
it
predictions.
really tough for us this season in both games.
Well, one thing with these lower tier teams that Barca play who aren't fighting for Champions League spots, they have to get their loans right.
Ooh, careful, here is Koundé. Koundé with the cross. Gavi up in the air.
Oh! Jordi Alba was almost there.
Jordi Alba was almost
Ah.
there. Went
Now the
over
flag
Lewandowski,
up.
went
Oh, no.
over Alba. There's
No.
a player down for Girona. It's Santi Bueno, right, Bruno?
Yes, again, player down. Mateo Laoz saying to the doctors that they can come on, but it seems that he's okay, and by himself he's recovering. Well, let's see, because now again the doctors are on the sideline, and yes, they're gonna come to attend him. Well, yeah, let's see. 38 minutes in the clock, 0-0 here, and yeah, Girona preparing this change.
Oh, so close. I think Lewandowski. Oh,
I
no,
know,
it wasn't
he's a
Lewandowski. It was
defender.
Bueno got a
Yeah.
touch, and it went right
Oh,
over
and
Alba
then
behind.
Lewandowski took Bueno's shoe off by accidentally
When they
coming
landed.
down on it. Yeah.
Ah, okay. You were saying, Spence?
I was saying these teams, take the teams that just went up, for example, right? Almeria, Valladolid, Girona. You have to get not only your signings right, obviously, but your loan players right too. Riquelme and Tati are the two main loanees, and Yangel Herrera, who's not playing today, are the three that they signed. On the other side, take Almeria, for example. They had Sadiq, and they shipped him off to La Real,
Yeah.
and then he immediately got hurt, but that's his story. But Almeria were then starved for goals, and they have been all year, and they're in a relegation battle.
And they won Real Madrid in the first match, no?
Oh,
Of La Liga with Ramazani and Sadiq, I think.
Yeah, that is true. Right, Bruno, a final substitution for Girona?
Yes, now Ivan Martin coming off here for Valeri, and the confirmation that yes, Valeri was in La Masia from 2011 to 2014. He also made his debut in the regional categories for your hometown team, Robert, FC Escala.
No, L'estartit.
Yeah,
You got it wrong, Bruno.
Ah, sorry, yeah. Well, La Scala, L'estartit, yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
close.
confused the regions, true. But,
Everyone does that.
Well, I'm sorry. A player that basically has been playing in Peralada, Girona, in La Scala, yeah, in many different teams, and now he's here in the top flight, so, well, has deserved, has worked a lot to be where he's now playing in the Camp Nou.
In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Valeri is the only first-team player for Girona who is from the region of Girona.
Oh,
That is true.
cool.
That is true. I know for a fact. I heard this fact somewhere.
I trust you.
Careful with Girona attacking here. Jan Couto. Jan Couto with a cross.
No!
Koundé's
Oof.
going to head it away. Valeri was waiting at the far post. Koundé had it covered, fortunately, for Barça. Koundé is fouled.
And Michel is really, really nervous there in the sideline, not the same for Xavi. The pressure here, of course, is that it's an opportunity that you miss, but I mean, almost, I think, 95% people here in the Camp Nou, they believe that Barca are going to win this league. This is one more point, so things are going to end better than they started in this match day 27. we all want to win, but yeah, the impression is that Mitchell is like more nervous because they have more things in play than Barça right now.
Well, yeah, they're hanging on to more.
Really want to win anyway.
It's really strange for them this year because they're fighting for so many different things, but at once they're trying to, as you said, Irati, maintain their first goal of staying in La Liga for a year, and then at the same time, I think now they're 6 points back of a European place.
Yeah, they are closer to up.
But if Madrid win the Copa, then they're 6 points back of a European place. But if Osasuna win it, then that place goes from 7th to 6th. It's really confusing.
Right. 4 minutes remaining plus added time. I don't think there'll be much added time. Barca looking for the winner. The pass by Jordi Alba to Balde. Balde can put in a quality cross. Lewandowski brings it down on his chest. Couldn't control the ball. And now Stuani has it for Girona as they try to play it out. Eric Garcia's going to recover. Makes it bounce off of Stuani. Xavi wants the Barca players to hurry up.
And well, Pablo Torre, Marcos also warming up. It surprised me a little bit that Xavi doesn't go for, I know our youngsters, but Alarcón or Stanis someone else up front to try and create more things there.
Here is Gavi. I guess we're going to finish with these 11.
Shoot it.
Shot by Araujo goes wide.
Yeah, why not? That's your unlikely goal scorer.
That would
if he does it like that.
3 minutes remaining. The long-range shot by Araujo went way off.
There was this weekend one goal by Van Dijk. Also like a centre back like Araujo. It was an amazing goal from long distance.
The shades of the Vincent Kompany a couple of years ago for Pep City.
2 minutes and a half remaining until we hit the 90th. Now Gazzaniga is kind of taking his time here. Tempting Mateu to go for a yellow, but no.
Mateu was on other issues. He was having a conversation with some players and was not looking at all to Gazzaniga, so he was not in danger.
That's kind of the problem. Maybe you need to keep your eyes on the ball. Here is Busquets. Busquets driving forward into the middle. Gavi. Gavi going to feed it out wide to Koundé. No, there it goes. Yep. Koundé weighing his options. Ball moving around just a little bit too slow, mate. Here's Araujo again.
Yeah, everybody's back now too.
Everybody's back for Girona. It's almost like a line of 6. In comes the cross. Gazzaniga comes out with his length and manages to catch the ball.
It was a really good one.
Good long ball. And Gazzaniga is going to play it long. Stuani's going to fight for it with Eric Garcia. Eric, Balde, Araujo, careful here. Ball all the way back to Stegen. Stegen clears it. But Ferran Torres to fight. The header by Ferran extends, only to reach David Lopez. Girona keep control of the ball. Oriol Romeu surrounded, loses the ball to Kessié.
Yeah.
Ooh, a foul. A foul is going to be called against Jordi Alba.
Well, Bruno said was today, no? A score from a direct free kick.
No, but the free kick called against Alba.
Ah, it was against Alba?
Yeah. Alba goes in for the challenge late here.
On
Santi Bueno. Right, we're reaching the 90th minute. I just don't kind of sense that anything.
We haven't had a 0-0 since Rayo.
We haven't had a 0-0 since Rayo.
This is not going to be a great introduction to the European football landscape for my mom.
No. Maybe she can get an epic final goal. Bruno, how much added time are we going to get?
I think 3 or 4, because they're having a couple of interruptions there from Girona players, that collisions, let's say 3 or 4. I have to say that my first baseball game was 2-0, Padres Giants, so also was not my best debut in a baseball game, because just, 2-0 is kind of short, not for baseball, but...
No, very short, yeah.
Let's see. Added time, yeah, 5 minutes. A bit surprising here, but yeah, 5 minutes. Mateo Laud wants more football.
We get 5 minutes of extra football at Spotify Camp Nou. Can Barca pull off the heroic goal and manage to run away with the 3 points? Eric Garcia determined to do so. Eric Garcia running forward.
It would be fitting.
With the ball over to Ferran Torres. The cross by Ferran into the hands of Gazzaniga.
I see the goal coming.
Gazzaniga stays down after catching the ball. Too much
It was a
on that cross by
or
Ferran.
yeah.
Too much by that cross. Right. Gazzaniga still hasn't.
I mean, we said
Played
like
the
Girona hasn't lost time, but if they have to lose, they are going to lose it now because for them and this result in Spotify Camp Nou is a really good result.
Why the ducks on the live chat? I like ducks, but why?
Is that like a goose egg? Like for zero? Sometimes we say like a zero is a goose egg.
Couple of goose eggs.
Is it
Why
a
the
goose?
ducks? Let us know.
Because there's no goose emoji?
I don't know.
Hey, B,
It's the same
cue us
person.
in a little bit. B.
Right,
us
come
know.
on. Let's keep focus on this game. Let's see if Barca can create one final opportunity and manage to score. Gavi, Balde. Gavi again, and here is Jordi Alba. Alba has the support of Balde. Barca a bit static here. Eric Garcia. Eric and Alba. Alba cuts inside. Alba puts the right foot across inside into the hands of Gazzaniga.
We need more patience there because
I think we do, and we're falling into the trap again
of crosses or
Too many
just
crosses.
throwing from long distance.
Girona obviously hanging on here, looking for a second game in which they would take points away from Spotify Camp Nou. They did so a few seasons ago and with a 2-2 draw now, managing to keep things at 0-0. Also looking for a final chance. What have we got here, Bruno?
Set piece.
Yeah, frustration from Gavi because has been called a foul in favor for Girona. Yeah, it's surprising that Girona can take for the second consecutive time points at the Camp Nou. Then when they play Montilivi against Barça, Barça always the team winning. Yeah, surprising because they are performing better away than at home against FC Barcelona. But yeah, they won at the Bernabeu this year. They can draw today at the Camp Nou, and they will stand with 35 points in the mid-table in a good situation. Barça with this point will increase the gap to 13 points. I remember, of course, that Madrid lost on Saturday.
Well, careful here because you don't have a chance at the set piece. Aleix Garcia is going to cross it in. We need to defend, obviously, here.
His service is really good.
Yeah.
Be careful.
In comes the cross by Aleix, headed away by Lewandowski. Can Barca recover and create one final chance in this game? Long ball. Koundé defending, offside called against Girona. Barca have a minute and a half.
Come on, let's have patience and long attack.
Now here is a long ball for Lewandowski to fight. Lewandowski heads it. Alba's going to fight for it inside the box. Careful here. It is a corner kick for
Vamos.
Barca.
No,
Vamos.
no.
Corner kick.
Come on.
A bit of an awkward situation there that Jan Coulter found himself in, but regardless, it's a good one for Barca. Ferran Torres is going to whip it in. Araujo with the cross. Oh, the header! Saved by Gazzaniga was Gavi.
Oh,
Final minute of the game. One to go.
It was.
Come on. In comes the cross by Ferran. This one long, looking for the far post. Koundé keeps it alive. Kessié fighting for it. Kessié goes down. Lewandowski charges in, and a handball will be called against Barca.
Ah.
And unfortunately, game is going to end probably
it's gonna
here.
end here.
Shit.
It's going to end here. Kessié says he was pushed inside the box. I don't think he's ever going to get that call. Let's see.
No, he was saying someone else was pushed.
No, I think
here,
this is what he's claiming for, but no, that's never going to be called. Right, the game is going to end here, I think. I agree with Bruno, because Gazzaniga is going to take his time
It
after a
was that
fantastic
one,
save
yeah.
on Gavi, Bruno.
Yeah, man of the match, Gazzaniga, no doubt at all. Another key save in a key moment. Yep, brilliant night for Gazzaniga. Mitchell decided to change goalkeeper in mid-season. Juan Carlos was the one starting there, and well, showing good results. Paulo Gazzaniga.
Right, we've hit the 95th minute. I get a sense that this will end here. Long ball by Gazzaniga. Girona keep it alive. Mateu Gives the game a few extra seconds.
He's going to leave one more action for Barça.
Okay, we're going to go through to the 96th. Eric, back to Stegen. Girona doing well to press. And Mateo there, penalising Girona for taking their time with the goal kicks. Now Araujo running forward. Here goes Araujo. Araujo, can he put the cross inside? Lewandowski, Lewandowski, the finish!
Oh, no!
Oh! He tried to back heel it, and it went off of a Girona player. Corner kick.
Last one now, yes. Barça has this corner kick. Final action.
Last chance for Barça. Ferran Torres is going to cross it in.
Girona players complaining that we are out of time. Also Mitchell on the bench. But of course, Mateo is going to allow this corner kick.
Ferran's going to cross it in. In comes the cross by Ferran Torres. The ball cleared on the edge of the box. Balde could shoot. Balde hangs on to it. Balde's going to try and go deep. Another corner kick, but Mateo blows the final whistle. And I think that's fair. I think that's fair there. 0-0 draw at the Spotify Cup. No, we hadn't seen one since game 1 against Rayo Vallecano. Not the best or the most entertaining of games, but going into match day 28, we were 12 points ahead of Real Madrid. Now we're 13 points ahead of Real Madrid, so there is a silver lining there.
Yeah, in the end, we end up this weekend in a better position than we were last weekend. And with one game less. So in the end, it's good news. It is not good news what we have seen today. Probably not the best performance of the team. We haven't found the score, but it could be worse.
Rate the game from 1 to 10 on the live chat. Let us know what you thought. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10 because the point is good. Thought the Barça had some good moments, but they lacked a little bit of clarity, Spence.
Yeah, I would give the game, I'll give one more. I'll say 7 because I think that both sides were pressing forward and had opportunities. That we just saw a replay of that Lewandowski backheel clip, which almost had a chance to go in. It was blocked essentially off the line. And the best chance of the game, both sides had good chances. And Tati Castellanos had the best chance of the game to score. And Barca's best chance was almost an own goal. So a lot of different ways that this game could have gone. Each team gets a point.
It is actually surprising that there were no goals in this game, taking into account the good opportunities that both teams had. Right, we're gonna. Well, I assume no one got the score prediction right because I don't think we're allowed to go for 0-0s on this show. So yeah, we're gonna head over to Barça TV Plus. We're coming to you with highlights, with reactions from players and coaches. So if you want all of that content, follow us on Barça TV Plus. We'll be there in just a few seconds. And before we say goodbye here to YouTube and Facebook, we have one final comment from Spencer's mum.
They had what we call bugra pugras all night long. That means they messed up. 45 minutes in the second half. Looks like they're adding more time. I don't know how much. La 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 la. La 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 la. Barça! This is Shania Bode Siegel, Spencer Siegel's mom, signing off. What a fun game.